You are listening to The Decision Reel.
Welcome to The Decision Reel, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week we have hosts Wally and Tara. Wally is indisposed at this second because he decided to piss right as we started, and we do this live. So it's now just Tara sitting beside herself on the couch
I am just beside myself.
with madness. This week we I picked the movie Zoolander. Really excited for this because I'm assuming everybody but me hates this for some reason. Is that a yes?
I don't know that I'd say hate.
Don't look at it fondly. Is that it?
It's not something that I would have gone to watch
Again.
had you not, made me.
So it's been
It's been a long time.
a while
It's been a while for
since
sure.
you've seen it.
Yeah.
What's a while?
Oh, years.
Years, really?
Definitely. Yeah. And like you would think like when the second one came out, I might have been like, oh yeah, let me go watch but it still didn't because I knew I wasn't going to see the second one.
Yeah, the second
so.
movie's not.
But I did. I mean, I did still remember things about it.
Okay.
Like I still remembered stuff. I just hadn't actually seen it, and I forgot how many cameos and stuff were in it.
Right,
like
right. No, this movie.
People playing themselves. And
Right.
Stuff.
This movie just makes me giggle, laugh through the whole movie. I don't know why. There's so many like jokes that go over your head until you think about it, and then you're like, oh, that's funny. That's even funnier because it's stupid, but it's not stupid.
There were
But it is
still. I
stupid.
mean, there were definitely parts where like I snickered,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say that I full on laughed very much.
No, I'm just giggling through this whole movie.
So
Just giggling it. And Wally is like
different
I fucking,
strokes, I think.
fucking hate.
Different folks?
You didn't get it?
What are you talking about?
The drink.
Oh, fuck. It's right over there.
Oh my god.
This guy
I
going
realized
getting
I'm
up
gonna
to get a
I'm gonna have
drink.
to get up in like the middle of it.
It's a big can. You can drain it.
That's
I
what
don't
she
know.
said.
Hey, and Wally is here on the podcast.
Well, you guys started already. Fuck.
And we did. We
You
started
think we were just gonna
recording.
wait for you.
We started recording, as you said. This is a very.
Fuck Zoolander.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry.
This is a very professional podcast.
That's why we started without you.
Wait, both of you like this?
No,
You like it too?
no, not as aggressively though against it as you are.
Steve
but
loves this, so I don't feel bad saying it like it.
It was his pick. It was his pick though. So
Say it however you want to say it.
Nah.
Off the bat, Wally.
This movie fucking sucks. But it's not. It's one of those things. I can't do cringe stuff, and this is so fucking cringy the whole time. I'm like, I can't do it. It makes my hair stand up on my arms.
Really?
Yeah. I can't fucking.
like
do
you're
it.
that uncomfortable. With that.
Yeah, that's why I can't finish it. You like?
Is it because he's awkward?
Yes.
Or
Yes. 100%. 100%. It's any movie, and it's like anything weird in a movie that does this. It fucking wigs me out, and I can't fucking do it.
that's a you problem.
I mean, I don't think he's arguing that it's not.
I got you.
I'm aware it's a me problem, but
I'm
it's
just trying to think. Like to me, the movie's not that cringy.
Are you crazy?
He's being stupid, yeah, but he's stupid because he's
What is
not
your
a smart
definition?
guy.
What is your definition of cringe then?
I mean, cringe is like it makes you feel awkward and uncomfortable watching it
People that
to me, but
are about to embarrass themselves
makes you.
makes me
Uncomfortable.
cringe. It makes me cringe. I feel bad. Like
Is that a phobia?
And there's nothing like even the funny. It could be. It's a
social
genuine.
phobia.
It's a
It might be.
genuine
Yeah.
thing for me. Like I
Yeah.
can't do it. I've told you about this before in
Yeah,
other
yeah.
movies, but like this, for instance, right? This is what I kind of figured it out when he does the underwear thing.
Yeah.
and he yanks at his trying to yank at his underwear. Even that part, which is supposed to be really funny and shouldn't be too cringy to me, as soon as everyone's eyes are on him,
You're like,
and he's
oh.
holding his fucking front of his panties, and I'm like, oh god, don't do this.
I will say that, like, while it was happening, I was like, no, don't.
So, well, no, what you're describing is empathy, Wally. You're an empathetic person because you're actually
You feel
feeling
awkward with them.
Right.
I can't
So,
stand that fucking shit.
But that's that's a good quality to have
aggressive
as
about
a
it.
person that you care about.
Well, I'm glad
fictional
you guys have
characters like that.
You've figured out my fucking issue because I can't finish this movie. So many parts are like this. It's all that kind of humor. This whole movie is that kind of humor, like them being stupid.
I would
that's
say
not- you're
When
not wrong.
when he knocks off the ant thing, it's just him being stupid, and it doesn't have to be a group of people.
See that to me, that part was funny. That was
When he throws the files off the fucking thing or the computer.
Where'd all the files go?
Yeah, I'm just
Wait,
those
where
are
are the
things
files?
for me. They're like,
oh, they're in the computer.
See, that's hilarious to me. Like even
I
the
know, it's
scene,
supposed to
the
be.
scene with the museum where he's like, "This needs to be at least three
3
times
times.
bigger."
That
And
whole
they're
thing,
like,
man.
he's
Mugatu-
absolutely
he's
right.
He's absolutely right.
Maybe that is it. I
Because
don't
like
know.
they're just trying to
Right.
like please him at
Right.
that point. And he's like,
I don't know. This is my comedy. I like that embarrassment. Like, oh, this is cringe, but it's funny.
I
you know.
laugh. I do laugh.
So-
but then I'm like, I got that fucking
Immediately uncomfortable.
funk face. I'm like, oh.
So you've obviously finished this movie before?
I've
You've
watched
gotten
this
to the
movie.
end.
You made me watch this years
Do I-
ago.
am
oh my god! And then you did it again.
Am I that person that just
Wow.
makes
You
everybody
made me watch
stuff?
this. You were like, you have to watch
Why do you
this.
think
I
you have
watched
this podcast?
Makes
And
sense.
then
Now
and
I
then-
have a reason to make people watch things.
I think someone else made me watch it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I started watching it by myself, and I was like, I'm not going to finish this. There's no way I'm going to make my way through this whole thing."
weird. But again, you have seen the movie all the way through.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
more than one time.
More than one time, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm comfy.
I'm comfy with it. Yeah. No, this was that like when DVDs first start coming out, whatever, back in the day. This was one of those DVDs that I bought, and I didn't have a lot, so it was like, well, this is the one that's always on. So
That was
when
my
I was
Jurassic Park 2.
okay, all right.
That's why we get along with that movie
Yeah.
so much.
So I just remember like coming home from school and doing homework, but wanting to have something on TV that I didn't have to pay attention to keep my focus. So this would always be on, just going back and forth and just
I would do that like when I was because I used to when I was younger. I would sleep with the TV on.
Yep.
And I would do that.
do.
Like the
can't
same
do that
movie would
anymore.
be in the DVD player, and I would just keep starting it over because I was just going to sleep anyways.
Right.
But then there were, and now I can't remember them, but there were a handful of movies that I just kept in my bedroom.
I'm trying to think.
And
There
so
was a
now
group
I'm
of
like,
them.
oh my God. Like I used to watch them so much.
What was the Halloween Ernest one where you would shoot the water
Ernest
guns at
Scared
the
Stupid.
That was one of mine too. That was just chilling there right before swim practice.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Yeah.
But like Bring It On was one of them.
So
For
weird that
sure,
I'm thinking
because
of
it was just in my room, so I would just put it on. So Bring It On would just start. But because I would fall
love that movie,
asleep,
by the way.
It's actually
because
a
I
good
would fall asleep, the main parts I would see is the beginning. So what happens in the beginning and would keep running through my head is all of them introducing themselves and that fucking cheer at the beginning.
We are the East Compton Wildcats. No, wait, that's not another movie.
No, not that.
Whoops.
You know what movie you should do next?
What?
Darren? You should do Clueless. Do you like Clueless?
Clueless is a
No.
good movie. Paul Rudd.
So
That's the only reason I put that together is because of Paul Rudd.
Tiffany wants to do Clueless at some point.
Ah.
So
Oh.
I'm gonna wait for her.
We can't
My
fuck
wife.
that up.
No, yeah, don't.
I'm gonna wait for her.
Don't.
We've talked about it.
We
We've
can't
talked
fuck that
about
up.
it.
I was gonna say, don't unleash the beast yet.
No,
We
we've talked
can't.
about it, so I'm not gonna do that yet. It's on my. It was on my list,
Yeah.
But
I
that's
like
That's
that.
good.
but
No.
since she mentioned it, I'm waiting.
There's a lot of those like back in the day that kids don't understand now, but DVD menus, right? This was another
yeah.
one of those where there's certain parts of this movie that are always playing during the DVD menu. So when you fell asleep or you forgot to, hit play again, it would just constantly be on because it just never went away, right? This is another one of those movies too where the DVD menu is ingrained in my fucking brain.
Oh, yeah. The Matrix.
Ooh.
Do you remember that one? It had the falling numbers the whole time. The whole fucking time.
So,
Oh, shit.
American Wedding
Okay.
was
yeah.
another one that was in my room for a while, and I would just keep starting it over.
Those are other. Those
Yeah,
fall in the
he
same
can't
line.
do- yeah.
Those are other ones that fall in that's so
cringy,
fucking
whatever.
embarrassing, man. Like dad walking in, like that is like probably top tier nightmare for me. Like
Well, and so I think if I remember correctly, in American Wedding, one of the things that runs during the menu are some of the parts of that bachelor party they throw him with
Yeah.
like the strippers
Yep,
dressed
you're
as a
absolutely
cop and
oh yeah,
and that's like what
My
keeps
dog.
that's awesome. Is he trying to talk
because
to
of the sirens.
Yeah, my
That's
dog's
funny.
yelling at the ambulance.
But
adorable.
that was one, and then
Call it what you want.
it's either that one or American Pie 2. One of them has
I'm glued.
the song that She always comes
Yeah.
when one of those.
American
The
Pie.
menu is that song just playing
Isn't it called American Pie?
Oh.
over and over again. No, I don't think so.
No, it's
My
not.
therapist said.
Right? Yeah, no, it's not American Pie.
You know
Whatever.
that song?
I know exactly what
Zoolander.
you're talking about. I'm trying to figure out what movie
She
we've been
only
with.
comes when she's on top.
Because those are like those chronologically were like every 3 or 4 years, weren't they?
Passionate love.
Yeah, I don't know what
The
the
neighbors complain about the noises above.
fucking song is it.
I'm gonna look it
Doesn't
up.
matter. This ain't American Pie. This is Zoolander.
That's true.
What Zoolander is about. At the end of his career, a clueless fashion model is brainwashed to kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
It's so funny. So fucking
It
stupid.
really is, right?
Conceptually, this is hilarious.
But when David Duchovny breaks down like the whole backstory of male models being like murdering people of
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, it kind of makes sense and it makes you go,
Maybe this
I can
is the
see
thing.
that. Yeah, like well, you know what I mean?
Maybe
Like
this is
it's
the thing.
it's actually well rounded out to be like believable.
This, I love Will Ferrell.
But why male models?
Why male models?
But weren't you listening? I just said
I know.
yes, Will Ferrell. I think this is his best role. Honestly-
I love it. It's so fucking good.
honestly, he's great in some movies, but I don't. As much as he's a leading man now and whatnot, I don't like him as the leading man in a movie. Anchorman's great, sure. Talladega Nights, sure, but everything he's doing is over the top and just cringy too at some points in those movies. But as
So you think he's better as like a supporting?
exactly because you're not getting all of that all the time. You're only getting it when it counts, and you need that laugh.
Like old school.
Right. Old school. Zoolander. What's that other fucking movie that he's in the background? Why it's not coming to me.
He's in so many movies.
Right. I mean, or he just randomly shows up
He's
in
in a lot of
movies,
TV
right?
shows in the back,
Or like-
too.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was in the office.
Wedding Crashers is what I was trying to think of.
Deep down in my plums.
My cockles.
Wedding Crashers. Oh yeah, because he's the meatloaf.
What is
Take
she
him to the
doing
mall,
back
kid.
there?
Fuck! I never know what she's doing.
Right.
I never know
That was
what
such
she's
a
doing.
good version of his fuck. Fuck.
Well, it's on the same line. It's so I feel like same pitch. I got
You're
it.
right. Mars Attacks and
The song
Mom
is
the
called
Meatloaf.
Laid.
yes,
It's just called Laid, and it's by someone just called James.
It's James something for sure. There he
It's
has a
just
last
James.
name. No, he has a last name.
But I'm saying his musician name is just James.
Okay.
Laid by James.
Yep.
Artist James.
That's like you writing a song and it's your band's
Steve.
just Steve.
So Steve.
I'd listen to it.
I probably listen to it.
I'd make you listen to it. Let's be real, Wally.
It's just
At this
just
point.
Prince. No.
It's just Steve playing double kick for 15 minutes.
Look, I tried to sneak it in a lot yesterday, but
did.
I couldn't figure out any good spots to do it.
But all the ones you put them in was still they fit.
worked, yeah,
You
they
brought
And
up,
Sean and I would turn around and be like, oh.
you brought up Magic Mike, and when Steve and I were in that country band,
worked.
we played Pony,
Yeah.
By
and
Genuine.
we Steve had a gnarly fucking 2-minute double kick
That's
solo at the end of it.
that's my lap dance song.
Well, I can't get my
Genuine.
country singer's face out of my head with that one, so that one's
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, because it's
that one's kind of hard for me to get around at this point. And then now my lead singer Barrick, so
Oh, he does it too. Wait, you guys do it in that band?
we did both. We did both. Yeah, we doing this one also.
Oh,
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's that lady
It's got a
pleaser
really good.
message.
wow.
What I was gonna
Wow.
say is it's got a really good
Wow.
grinding rhythm. to
Yeah, when
it.
we played it with the double bass, it did.
So that's why it's my
Steve
lap
fucking
dance
halftime
song.
on the China. Gah, gah.
I have
How
like
did we get here?
Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter.
We didn't I? So when one of our friends passed away, I made like a video of us playing with him on stage. Was it that song? I think it was that I posted it on Facebook.
Maybe. I don't know. He was in a couple of them.
Yeah.
Was it a
And
last
what
drop
an,
video?
what an emotional
No,
song
it was
to choose.
at
too.
it was
Yeah.
at
It's really touching.
Perfect.
it was at Union Jacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Union Jacks and our good friend.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
still one Union Jacks left.
Well, the one that we played at is no longer.
no, that's
That
true.
was the Annapolis one.
Annapolis.
Annapolis. Anyways.
My
Where to-
sister worked there.
Right? Annapolis.
Yes, she did. I remember. Yeah. Where to watch Zoolander? If you have a subscription, you can watch it on Paramount Plus. To rent, YouTube, Vudu, Apple TV, Google Play, and Amazon.
Can I just real quick? So I watched on Amazon,
Uh-huh.
and you know how usually the movies are like $3.99, $9.99, whatever. Today it was crossed out and it said $3.98,
What a savings.
and I was like,
I grabbed Thar's hammer.
"Are we serious?"
What a savings.
We gotta do that movie.
Just one
Oh, yeah.
1 cent, and the $9.99 one was the same way. It was crossed out and it said $9.98. I was like,
Whatever, man.
why?
Huge savings on
Saved
Amazon
a cent.
today.
The show must go
Fine.
on, Steve.
Yeah.
I am mad that I spent money watching this movie, but
Well,
fine.
you could either do what I do and have every streaming service available to you, or
That's what I'm saying. We should
Johnny Depp it, i.e.,
you should.
Jack
What
Sparrow it.
This is what
honestly,
we should do.
you should be sharing those with us. Like we should have your logins because you're.
I have one. I,
I
think.
gave it to Wally.
Oh, this is what I was
Because-
talking about. So I was saying we all should we should unify.
Go
and
in together
We'll pick
on-
one, and then let's just fucking share the password.
Okay, so I have a Plex account, right? That I put on your Amazon or your Fire Stick.
I don't even know what that is.
Remember, I was showing you that thing the other day. I came
Oh,
over
where I
where
can get on your computer.
you can watch whatever I have downloaded.
if you're already
on,
on your computer and I click it on, is it like, oh, there's porn on here? And Steve's watching it currently.
No. So you're not coming on.
Be like
You're
a
not-
little bonding like experience.
Look, we can watch
And it wouldn't
together.
be as awkward because you aren't in the
We have a
same room.
fucking-
You know what
we
I mean?
have a viewing party unknowingly.
There was
Ew.
like that episode of New Girl where she's like, "Were you guys watching porn together again? Why do you do that? It's always uncomfortable after."
So I feel like that's weird. That's weird.
No. So it's basically Plex is like a media streaming service
yeah,
that's like
yeah.
an app, and I can share specific folders of my computer, so you guys can then get on that app and watch whatever videos I have on.
And I could just put the app on my smart TV or my Fire Stick or whatever.
Right, and then watch it from there. Now, the only downfall of it is my computer has to be on for you to do that. And
Is it always on?
Yeah, pretty much it's always on, unless there's an update or something happens or whatnot. But
So Steve's
I've-
the hero here, is what you're telling me.
pretty much. So if
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to go ahead and do that, then I'll just end up legally downloading movies for us to watch for now, and everybody can just get on there and watch
Or
that
you could
movie
just
for
give us
free.
your logins to all your streaming sites.
Well, okay, I don't have every.
You're
streaming
already
site,
paying
but
for
yeah.
them.
I have most of them, to be honest.
There's most I have. Too,
I
but
have
some of them
I
I'm
have
paying.
HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix,
Yeah.
and Prime.
I
Oh,
got-
we have Apple TV apparently.
Oh, apparently.
Carrick and I just realized. Well, I guess we got it and we
Well,
forgot.
don't you get it?
So
for
we haven't
free
used
with
it.
Apple
haven't-
devices.
No,
No,
no.
maybe
I mean,
you do
still,
for like 3 months or something when
maybe.
you first get it.
But like Carrick said, it was like last month or something. He was like, "Hey, did you know we're paying for Apple TV?"
I
That's
keep
how it was with
seeing
Apple
this. and I don't know what
God,
it
we
is.
just have so much money. We don't even know what we're spending it on.
Fucking
But I was like, oh, okay.
First
Well,
world
I guess I'll look into whatever the good Apple TV
wiping
shows
your
are.
ass with dollar bills.
I don't need this.
Because I want to
You're
watch. What's
scraping
the?
mine with nickels.
Is it the morning show? The Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell.
No idea.
I think that's on Apple TV. There was something I wanted to see on Apple TV, and I was gonna just borrow my dad's, and it turns out
You have it. You don't need to.
I fucking have it.
Yeah.
I have Steve's streaming service now.
Yeah.
So that's
The
what I'm going
Steve
to call
streaming
it.
service. Just Steve. Steve TV.
Just Steve.
Steve T.
Steve TV,
Just Steve.
I'd subscribe to that.
Twisted TV.
Twisted Steve TV. Who doesn't want to see that? No, so I have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Paramount Plus, Peacock, HBO Max,
It's like 3 too many.
but I only pay for like
I have
3
one
of
less
them.
than you. And I'm just never home. So that's the majority.
Oh,
of
I
the
have
reason.
Disney Plus.
Oh, and Disney Plus.
I have
Yeah,
Disney Plus also.
You got to have Disney Plus at this point. I mean,
Which I mean is good for like all the Marvel movies, any of the Star Wars
Right.
junk.
all my
Whoever
old
came
bullshit.
up with the continuing
the Continuum
streaming
Transfunctioner.
service, where it's like, we'll give you this is a month and you can cancel whenever. If not, it just keeps going.
Just yeah.
Genius, because you're gonna forget
Genius.
about it.
Yeah. I just fucking. I meant to. I'm only going to have this for a month, and then
I actually set
3
reminders.
years later, I'm like, oh fuck.
I set reminders for stuff
I should
because
be
I do
more
the same
diligent
thing.
about
Like
things
there
like
are apps that like I'll use like just on my phone, like an app that I want to use for something, and they give you like a 30-day trial or a 3-month trial or whatever, and I'll set like
Good for you.
a reminder
should
so that it doesn't.
What an adult you are.
Better person I am.
Can't be wasting those $9.99. You know, like
Well, you got to spend it to watch Zoolander for 2 cents off. or
no
whatever.
$3.98.
$3.98. Sorry, a cent off. You saved.
I
for,
saved a cent.
for something. So Zoolander is written by Ben Stiller, Drake Sather, and John Hamburg. It's also directed by, ready for it, Ben Stiller.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Some of his shit's
Not
hilarious
me.
though.
It's also
Have you seen The Cable Guy?
That's Ben Stiller.
That's directed by Ben Stiller.
Oh, I didn't
You
know
notice
that.
he's
I didn't
in
know
it
that
as the two or the twins that murder people.
Yeah.
Bet you even forgot there was a twins that murder people subplot in The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
I did. 100%.
He also was an executive producer.
That made me want to go to medieval times. So
Oh
good.
my gosh, I've only been to medieval times once, I think.
Me too. And he took me. It was for
It
his
was
birthday.
for my birthday. Yeah, no, 2 years right before COVID, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went to the Rundle Mills Mall.
Yeah.
Had a good old time.
Oh wait, I was there.
No, you
Not
weren't
for
there.
my-
No, not for
Brett
medieval
was there.
times.
Not for my birthday.
What did I come there for? Tiffany's, maybe.
How long ago was that?
I don't remember because we did Dave and Buster's too.
That was a long time ago then.
Yeah.
Did we go bowling?
No.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Did we sit in the bowling place and eat?
I mean, I didn't, but I might have met you after.
All right, so Ben Stiller directed this shit.
Oh, yeah,
While
Zoolander.
you guys talk about
While we get our-
Reminiscing
our
17 years
schedules,
ago.
yeah.
You know it's bad if I'm the one that's like, hey,
Look at you. Keeping us
I
back
can bring
on.
this back.
I mean, it's the least you can do for not being here for the first 3 minutes.
Oh,
Oof.
God. Takes a long time to pee, I think. Forever.
Does it?
It should take you less time
That
than it
could
would
be
take
another
me,
you problem,
so.
Wally.
I don't know. I'm getting old.
Getting old, yeah, you're right. So Zoolander is starring Ben Stiller as Derek Zoolander, Owen Wilson as Hansel, so hot right now, Christine Taylor as Matilda Jeffries, Will Ferrell as Mugatu, Mila Jovovich as Katinka.
I forgot she was in this, by the way.
Who's got that last name?
Pachinka?
It's Katinka.
No
Something kind of like the same joke in Dodgeball.
Oh, Michelle. My fitness. What is the
Consigliere.
Yeah.
I can never get it right.
She just hits the dude by the jukebox,
Right.
And he dies.
I think that man's dead.
He's dead.
We also got Jerry Stiller as Maury Ballstein of Balls Models.
R.I.P.
Yeah, big time. David
Oh,
Duchovny
Balls
as
Models.
J.P. Pruitt. John Voight as Larry Zoolander. Vince Vaughn as his other brother.
Can I just real quick? I was
fair part
I
of the movie.
forgot that Vince Vaughn was in it, but
For
then I was
nothing.
also very sad that he just doesn't. None of his comedy is in it. Like there's no lines. He doesn't even have one thing that he says.
But I love it
Not
because
one
that,
word.
that makes it funnier. You know
That
what I mean?
he's
You're
just
like,
there.
you're like, holy shit, that's Vince Vaughn. This is gonna be. He doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
Amazing.
Not a thing.
I like when they're all, was it at the bar or the dinner or whatever? And
God damn it, Derek.
their hair is all the same.
All
and
the
they
same.
all look it.
I think I've got the black lung, father. Damn it, Derek. Talking to me about 3 years. You've been down there one day. Also got Justin Theroux as the evil DJ.
Doesn't look like him at all.
It doesn't. There's also a
all.
whole lot of cameos in this movie of very famous people. The only person I'm going to say is Billy Zane because I fucking love Billy Zane.
Lenny Kravitz.
I don't care about Lenny Kravitz. I care about Billy Zane. That's
Natalie
my man right
Portman.
there.
Treasure.
Natalie Portman is definitely in this, and that's a weird one too because remember I was talking about before this episode about maybe possibly linking movies together.
And she was in the last
She
one.
was in Mars Attacks, and then she's just randomly in this.
And she was young in this too.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is well, we'll get to the release date on this, but yeah, definitely. This is an older movie than I like remember it being. Like I know we're all getting older.
When did it come out?
We're almost there. Almost there. I want to say one person's in this movie that I had no idea was in because she's in the shadows. She plays the American designer at the table, like when they're all talking about getting Derek Zoolander to, assassinate whatever. Jennifer Coolidge.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bend and
American
Snap.
Pie.
Yep. Stifler's mom.
Have you seen that interview she did recently talking about how much sex she had?
Right.
Yeah,
'cause of it.
that awesome. Good for her.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's funny, right? Like, only
That's
her
amazing.
coming out and saying that. You're like, yeah, good for her. Anybody
Yeah.
else would be like, oh.
Like makes sense.
She also, in,
Kind
in,
of in a weird
in
way.
another interview, she said that she pretended to be her own twin to hook up with
Oh, that's funnier.
like a brother or something, like of someone.
I only saw the snippet.
So
of
like
her
she slept with
talking
both
about-
she slept with both brothers because she pretended to be a twin.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Oh no,
She's
it's not
epic.
me. Yeah, I have a
Good for her.
legendary.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She's on a lot of like Tonight Show stuff or whatnot, and she's just hilarious
Yeah.
every time you see her. Every
And like
time.
part of you goes, God, is this just who she like? It almost
is
seems
it-
like
is
she's
it
putting
like
on
a
an
real-
act. You
like
know
a
what I
real-
mean? When you watch her, it almost seems like she's playing her character, but
That's the genius of
Yeah.
it. You never know.
you never know.
Yeah, I like that. I like.
Want a hot dog real bad?
Would you? Would you, Steve?
Would I what?
You know,
Tap that.
Now?
cool. Yeah.
Nah. But
Not
back,
now.
but Stifler's mom
MILF
days.
days.
Like young man, American Pie.
If I was in that situation, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I
There's
thought.
there's no
That's what
answer
I thought.
besides yeah.
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 Same situation.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
You're locked in.
Right.
I was about to say.
And then you're just going to keep going back for each extra movie after that
Yeah.
because that's the
Yes.
whole joke.
Yep.
Perfect answer.
You know what was like really good was in American Reunion
Yeah.
when she's just like, "Well, I'm Stifler's mom," and he's like, "Well, I'm Jim's dad," and then they end up
Yeah.
hooking up. Like,
Yeah.
that was such a good like I wasn't expecting that to happen moment.
Yep.
Yeah, and Wally's like, I haven't got there because those movies are so cringe for me. I couldn't even get past the first.
I made
one.
a couple. I made it through a couple. Of them, but
American Reunion actually was probably the cringiest one of all of them for me.
but because it's making you think of your own morality.
Well, yeah, like with like just like with them being in
Get deep.
situations that like they shouldn't be in because it's going to look bad, or like
Yeah.
you know, anytime you're in a situation where, and this isn't just in raunchy movies, but in like horror movies and stuff too, when like you're trying to get something done and somebody's coming and they're trying to like rush. I get so much anxiety
that doesn't
during
bug me.
shit like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
Kill 'em. I don't
god,
care.
Yeah.
I'm like, get the fuck out of there.
It's not the see that's what was so weird now that I think about it. What bugs me, it's like the other people like staring at you and then feeling weird. Getting chased in a horror movie for doing something stupid doesn't
Don't give a
affect
fuck,
me.
right.
Well, and it's not even, but like I'm
whatsoever.
saying, it's not even horror movies. Like in, not to give too much away, but like in Reunion, where he's trying to get the girl home,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to get caught trying to get her home because he doesn't want to look it to look bad.
Right. He's
And
making
I'm
it
like,
worse.
oh my god,
Yeah.
it's taking so long. Like, just do it.
That
yeah,
is funny.
I get so much anxiety.
That's
from
a
that
perfect
stuff.
Jim moment too in that because he's just
He
trying
really
to be the
is
nice
so
guy.
innocent.
Right, but everything bad gets
Yeah.
worse and it makes him look even worse if he gets caught.
And
Like,
he's like, oh my god.
Yeah. still good.
Yeah, no, anything in a movie that like that stresses me out.
Agreed. Zoolander rated PG-13 for sexual content and drug references.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I was trying to think of the drug references and I was like, oh wait, yeah, the whole orgy-filled
Yeah.
drug scene with the
And then
midgets.
that magic tea and stuff.
And yeah, and then are they smoking weed? At one point, I can't remember. No, they're not. No, they're
No, they're drinking the tea.
not. Right, which could be anything.
Yeah.
It might not even be anything. It just might be them being spiritual
Mm.
because Hansel.
Yeah.
Runtime,
Wow.
30 minutes, perfect.
No.
Get in and get out. What do you mean?
90 minutes.
What did I say?
30.
Sorry, 90 minutes. Why did I say 30?
An hour and 30 minutes.
That's what I meant. Yes.
She's in
you.
there. She's quick.
I like
you got it.
Released on, this is what you wanted, September 28th, 2001.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Wow. Very much
Wow.
older than I thought. Yeah, think about it, right?
Well, my son's too. So my metric's my son's birthday, or his 2009, which is fucking
That hurts too.
whack. That's crazy.
Fuck off.
I know, right? What the fuck?
I know. Yeah, that I don't like that at all. And then we graduated high school in 06. That hurts even more. Because
Yeah,
now
I'm
like
getting old. Takes
all
me a
these-
while to pee.
it takes me a while to beat. Now all these people that like I went to high school with like, hey, my daughter or son's in 8th grade, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah. My best friend has a kid, and I think he's going into 8th grade now.
I don't
My-
like it.
My son's going to our middle school.
So he's gonna be in 6th grade.
He's gonna be in 8th grade.
Wait,
He's,
what?
He's gonna go,
Yeah.
and then
You
he's going
just-
to Leonardtown High School
you just
immediately
fucking
afterwards.
you're the person I'm talking about then.
Yeah. So my son is literally starting 8th grade
So your son is now older
than we were
than
when we met.
When we met.
Yeah.
Ouch, bro.
I know.
You know, it's kind of crazy to think about. He might have already met his best friend.
He is essentially his name's Matt, but he
And he's making these.
he's got
lifetime-
my same name too. So I'm just waiting
For someone.
for some of those people that are still maybe there to be like, oh shit.
I
Aw,
used to.
shit.
So my
Wait a second,
My
Walter
sister-
Ivanov. I know this guy.
they sent my sister to a different middle school than me because I only had 1 year left, and my parents were done with that middle school. They were like, no. So they just started my sister On my last year, they started her somewhere else because it was her first year. So they were like, we only have 1 year left. Let's just not start her and then pull her out. So
Oh, because you were moving? You
no,
guys were moving?
they were done with that school.
Fuck
Oh.
that school.
Oh, they were just tired of the shit.
Yeah. So Tiffany and I both went to St. Peter's
Old St. Pete.
private school.
Yo, St. Peter's.
And my sister, they put her into Malcolm Elementary. Public.
Malcolm X.
Public. They were like, no, we're done with this. We're done with this private Catholic school like system.
Everyone that I've talked to with any like private or Catholic school is just, it's the worst. It's like the craziest shit's going on in these places.
Oh yeah, dude, Catholic school.
But so so I didn't have that experience like with my sister going to middle school, and we both have red hair, same last name, like it's obvious.
You're
but
the most ginger person I know.
am I?
I think so.
What does that mean?
Like the most redheaded.
'Cause you don't
Redheaded.
you dye your hair, sure, but you're not like
Oh, you dye your
going
hair?
crazy
The red is
red.
real.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's
But
what
no,
I
that's
thought.
what I'm
I've known
saying.
you for a
you
long
put
time,
colors in your
essentially.
hair. Like right now you have
Yeah, I've got like blue.
whatever, but
orange.
you're not going full blown and changing and whatnot. You're just
It's the fair
Ginger and-
skin and the red hair. The
Yeah.
fucking red hair.
I mean, Greg is.
Yeah, but Greg's like a
big burly,
science specimen.
big bear.
My
Yeah,
sister's hair is like a little darker than my natural red. Her natural red's a little bit darker than mine, but we're both redheads, both blue eyes, which is the rarest combination
Oh, here we
in the
go.
world.
Yeah, here we go.
Red
We're
hair
getting
with
deep
blue
now.
eyes. Less than 1% of the world.
Less than 1%.
Well, feel good. You're part of the 1% of something.
We're literal
Well, I'm-
unicorns. So
There's like a million of me. It's big old fucking.
we're
there's
one
definitely
in a
4 of you.
million.
Mhm.
Don't start. She's Miss United States. I love how it just
She's
continues with
Miss
that
United.
after it blows up.
Yeah.
Good old William Shatner. Good old Bob Shatner. Bill Shatner.
William.
Bill.
Bill.
She did go to my high school, but a lot of my teachers were gone by then.
You.
We're about to find out. I will get a phone call. I
First day.
know
First
I'm gonna
day.
get a phone
Hello,
call.
Walter.
Right.
That's exactly what it's going to sound like too. I'm going to be like, oh, shit.
No, they won't.
Remember
They'll call you.
me?
They won't do Walter. They'll be like, "Hello, Mister." Like they'll use the.
Yeah, they kept, so they had files, right?
Oh, yeah, they keep them.
And-
Yours. They're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
add his to
through
yours.
high school, by the
Throw 'em
way,
in there.
through high school. So I remember getting to 8th grade and getting that expulsion hearing, and the lady opens up this thing, and it's like a fucking fat stack of like referrals, and I'm like,
Fat
oh
sack
shit,
of refills.
oh shit. She's like, this is not your first offense. I'm like,
You're like, no, it's not even my 10th, bitch.
Right.
yeah,
Where you been?
Getting decent exposure. This is like number 4.
Oh
dude.
my god.
You're gonna get that girl or that woman that's calling Mike Wazowski, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be Walter.
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
Right, but it's gonna be Walter. I don't know. Jesus Christ. All right, so
Mike
Zoolander.
Wazowski.
Back to Zoolander, because I see we love this movie so much we're talking about it. It was filmed from September 14th, 2000 through January of 2001 in Los Angeles, New York, and New Jersey.
Dorsey.
Jersey.
Okay.
Budget time.
Talk
What do
to
we
this
think
shit.
it cost to make Zoolander in
$5.
2001?
There's so many people
$20
in this
million.
movie.
Let's be real. Those people that are in this
They
movie,
probably-
they're not in it for any money.
No, they all know each other, so they're just like, and honestly, like
Oh, sorry, I meant the cameos.
the red carpet cameos,
Yeah.
they were already there for something,
Exactly.
So they're just like the Spice Girls, all of them, they're already there. So they're just like, hey, can you real quick just say something about
Right. And
Derek Zoolander.
right off the top, I want to say something that's super cringy and dating this movie. Who's the first celebrity you see when the movie starts?
I don't remember.
Donald Trump?
Donald fucking Trump.
Oh.
Going, Zoolander,
He's been in a lot of
he's the
movies.
Best. He's the best guy out
Well, and
there.
his hair is actually like,
Yeah,
dark colored
yeah,
then.
yeah, and he didn't look super Cheeto-y either.
Home Alone.
Home
that was,
Alone,
That was
yep.
another one. I'm trying
Yep.
to think of other ones he was in. He was
It's
in-
almost like he's just trying to be everywhere he can be to be in the public eye.
That's not fucking.
Just
Not
like
good,
Paris
Dallas
Hilton
Road.
being in this movie too.
Yep.
Same
Yep.
idea,
She's-
you know.
She's come
Hey,
back with
Paris.
commercials. I hadn't seen her forever. She's been on
Yeah.
like a few commercials recently.
Deal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Right. That's hot.
it's hot.
You know what though? Props to her. She's actually a lot smarter than people will give her credit for.
Sure.
She made she was already rich, but she made even more money with what she did. So
Yeah. She like DJs at clubs and stuff too.
hey,
Like
what-
she does
do-
cameos
Do
and
what
like,
you can.
like DJs.
It's not even plugged in. She's like, oh my god, listen.
Steve, give me that low.
That's hot.
You have the low voice still over there, or did you get rid of it all?
I do. Let me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why I really like. What the fuck?
Oh man.
I like this one. It's like a megaphone. Oh.
All right, let's start.
That fucking club one was it,
Oh
though. You hear that?
man.
Hold on.
That
This one's
club
gonna
one
be.
was it.
It's gonna be weird.
Hey, it's a robot. Hey, Domo, Domo.
All right, well, that's enough of that.
Anyways,
Okay, so budget. What do we think it costs to make Zoolander?
$20 million.
20 million straight on the head. 20.
I have no fucking clue, man.
All right, that's your guess.
That's where we're at.
All right, Tara.
I'm gonna say 40.
Dun, dun, dun.
40. All right. Well, it actually cost $28 million. So Wally, you're close.
Hey.
Well,
you
what
get it
happened
every once
again
in
is
a
I was
while.
gonna say 20 and Wally's dead. Like he
So we should just go to Tara first. from
Yeah,
now
yeah.
on.
You go first from now on. So I'll fucking.
stealing my stuff.
Okay. All right.
I
So
am not. I literally yelled the first number I could think of. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
box office. Then, what do we think it made overall, Tara?
I don't know.
Think about something for a second. What
Okay.
was the release date
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah.
September.
Except 2001.
Right.
Oh.
We're not
Yeah.
even talking about the giant elephant in the room,
Yeah.
are we?
Oh, I completely forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Late September
You know
2001.
who didn't forget about that? America.
Oh my god. Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Says the Canadian.
Did you watch their live performance at South Park?
Yes, it's amazing.
was so
I'm an American
good.
citizen now. I'm just a gay fish.
Oh my god.
The Primus.
You
Kanye
like
still doesn't realize
fish
that's a joke.
sticks?
Say it again, Steve.
Kanye still doesn't understand that joke.
Kanye's a
I don't
joke.
think he understands anything.
You're right.
Sorry, no, sorry.
Have you seen the Bill Hader interview he did about coming up with that joke for South Park?
No.
It's amazing. It's only like 3 minutes long.
That man's a national treasure.
National treasure.
Do you watch Barry?
No, I saw
What?
it.
Well, no,
I
you're-
did. Sorry, I did, but I'm not. I haven't done the
third season.
You're not
newest
caught
season
up.
yet.
Okay.
Okay. Do it because it's
It
all
gets
out.
deep
You can do
though
it.
too. Like
does,
that show
yeah.
does get deep.
Yeah.
That has one of my favorite supporting characters in any TV show. The bald.
The
No
bald
Hank?
guy.
What's his fucking?
Oh my
No,
God.
buddy.
No Hank.
Oh my
He's so
god,
good.
he's so funny.
Barry.
He's like
Yes.
Barry's pointing the gun at him. He's like, and he stops. He's like, oh my god, oh my god, that
He's
was so bad.
so funny.
It's like
Yes.
perfect. He's
You're
perfect.
right. He's the best. He's
So the,
good.
the weirdest thing is, I've been watching that show Gotham. Right.
yeah.
He shows up randomly as Victor Zayas, but
Who's
he's-
that again?
So remember the guy that like every time he kills somebody, he puts like a mark on his body. Victor Zayas.
Sure.
depending on
I
how-
don't remember. I thought I would remember, but I don't remember.
He's in a couple of the Batman video games. He's also, if you've seen, what's the Harley Quinn movie, the
newest one?
Immaculate, whatever. And,
The Birds of Prey, or
yeah,
Birds
Birds
of
of Prey.
Prey.
Yeah. So he's there with Black Mask or whatever the guy's name is.
Oh, I don't remember that. But.
Nice. The Black Skull.
Black Skull, whatever. What did I say? Black Mask. Same thing.
Did you see Gaga's playing Harley Quinn in
Gaga.
the next Joker, the one with Joaquin
Well, they don't know. If
Phoenix?
it's, they didn't say who she's gonna play. She's just gonna be.
Oh,
in
that's
it.
what they're saying.
They're
Well,
speculating.
that's what they're saying,
Right. They're
so-
speculating because nobody
you gonna make
knows. It's gonna be a musical. But Lady Gaga's in it, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
I think it's gonna fucking
Because-
suck.
But I'll still watch it though.
So
for,
it's
for
that-
Gaga.
Right. It's one of those like Joker 2. You're like, ooh. Then it's like it's a musical, and you're like, oh. And then it says Lady Gaga, and you're like,
You're
ooh.
like, oh.
If the musical's just like inside of his brain and it's finally went crazy,
Sure.
I'm sold.
Oh yeah, like no one else.
Anything
Like
else?
he's seeing it, but like no one.
It's just his
Yeah.
brain how it works, right?
that'd be
the whole
wild.
time, you know what I'm saying? Because he's always like,
She's honestly, she's turned out to be a good actress. like
she's great.
she
minus,
does the damn
minus-
thing.
What was that last movie she did where she had that shit accent? What was that movie?
But that's not-
Gucci.
that movie.
Gucci,
But
Gucci, that was fucking trash.
But
That
that's
movie was-
not. That's
that
not
movie
her
was
fault.
like huge though.
It was huge,
and
but
like
her accent
everyone was
she the
talking
only
about
one,
her
like,
acting.
I could not deal with that one. That was another one where I was like, I cannot
But
get
her
away from her.
accent wasn't very far off.
I thought it sounded like fucking pig.
No, I mean from like the
Whoever she was playing.
yeah.
could have been.
I guess. Yeah.
Whatever.
We don't know. Who knows? That,
I'm not a
that-
professional, you guys know, but when I watched, I couldn't get into her.
But I loved her like when she was in American Horror Story, the hotel
Are you a
season.
big
Like
Gaga
she
fan?
was.
Of course she is.
Are you like a huge? Gaga
She's a
fan?
woman
I wouldn't
singer.
say no. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge Gaga
I'm
fan.
coming from like a singer
But
perspective.
yes, I think she's a great singer.
Yeah.
I think she's a great
Did you ever
singer.
watch
And I think she's a great performer.
before she was really like famous? Her little Led Zeppelin cover band
Yeah.
thing that she was doing.
Yeah, I love when she redid it when she was on the Howard Stern.
Oh, she
And
redid it.
she was on the Howard Stern and she told him about it. And he was like, you were in it, and she like pushes the mic away and she's like, hey, mom. Like she just does it. And he's like,
She was doing like Dire Maker and shit like
he's
that.
like
So
sitting
good.
there like,
Yeah.
what?
She was playing piano and doing it too. So I was like, all right,
I want to say something we disagree on.
I'm locked in.
I think the Howard Stern videos in which bands perform are mixed very well and sound amazing. You told me you don't think they sound
I
good.
don't know.
There's a frame. There's a time frame. So and there's a clearly they've had different people because you can listen to some of them and it's dog shit. So recently I jumped on Boys of Summer. Don Headley did a slow version. One of the best mixed things I've ever seen in my life. But
love
you
that
jump back in some of the older acoustic ones, some of the authentic ones
So
like
if you're-
Foo Fighters and shit like that.
if you're
It sounds
looking
like shit.
if you're looking late 90s to early 2000s, like in the studio, it sounds like shit. But
Yeah, it does
anything
not
like
sound good.
2006 on is amazing.
Sure. I don't know the exact date. I just know a lot
yeah,
of them
sure.
sound like fucking poopy.
But no, most of the stuff that's been uploaded to YouTube in the YouTube time frame,
Yet again, not a
Sounds
professional. Well, I
amazing.
actually kind of am when it comes to that stuff.
yeah, kind of am. But
Not as a mixer, but yeah.
I was never a big Harry Styles person. My wife absolutely adores.
you talking about their,
hold on, Sledgehammer?
Oh, it's all good. His voice sounds almost exactly like
I'm the same. I was never I was never into One Direction. That was like younger than me, you know. It wasn't my thing. I've never really listened to any of his music, but
that's full production he went to.
a lot of the time he comes up like videos of him in concert will like come up on Instagram or come up on whatever. He is so enjoy like I just enjoy
looks like a
watching
happy
him.
man.
I just enjoy like I want to be friends with him.
He did
I want to know him.
oh, what was that? It was off of
Watermelon sugar.
what the fuck is it? No. He did another cover. I can't remember. I think it was The Chain. I think he did The Chain by Fleetwood.
Okay.
I think that was him. And it was like really good.
You heard the Evanescence cover of that? Or the Amy Lee. It's not Evanescence. Amy Lee. She did it for a video game.
I did not.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I got more excited about it than like it wasn't as
I saw Amy Lee at sorry, I know Steve's trying to jump right
know.
back on. Real quick, I don't remember what show, but I saw Amy Lee come out of her trailer and she was wearing you see her and she's like decked out goth.
yeah.
I saw her come out and she was wearing like a white shirt and she had pink brand pink
Like
sweatpants on,
Right.
like pink across
And you're like,
her ass.
who is that?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What a poser.
it's all fake.
Clearly, but whatever. She seems
Yeah, I
cool.
love her.
Yeah. So budget. Back to that. We're gonna go to Tara first. What do we think it made in theaters?
That's a rough time.
Rough.
Like
rough
who's
time.
going to the so the budget was 28.
28.
Do people stop going to the movie theaters during that point in time? I'm sorry.
Well,
it was a brief
so
period of
you got
point.
to think the world shut.
Yeah.
The world. America
Kinda
shut down.
for a while.
Honestly, I'm surprised they even were releasing that soon after.
Yeah, I mean, this was
like because you think about it, when COVID first started, they pushed back movies. So why couldn't you have done it then? Like, just saying.
yeah. Well, COVID was was worldwide. Sure,
worldwide.
worldwide. This was just America. You got to think. Yes, New York, sure, big time, whatever, and you're reeling.
But they were like, no, we can
But
still
the
everywhere
world
else. Yeah.
or America still kind of goes on. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna say total box office 90.
all right, that's a good guess.
We'll say 90.
Wally?
50.
50?
50.
50. All right. So opening weekend, it made $15.5 million. That's pretty
It's not
bad,
awful.
not too bad. Overall, though, it made $60.8 million.
Ooh.
Wally coming in again,
Still closest.
getting
Yeah.
close there. I don't know what you get, but
Nothing.
a handshake and a high five, I don't know, whatever
No.
you want. But yeah, no, definitely, I feel like, to me at least, this movie was a bigger hit than that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say once it got on DVD,
This is a
fucking
big
erupted.
name movie.
Yeah.
I 100%.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's not like off the beaten path or something.
Right.
It's
You
like,
don't make a sequel to this 20 years or whatever, 10 years,
if
15
the
years
first
later.
one didn't.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
This is a big name. Like
Right,
I'm
well,
thinking,
and
it's
then
a
look-
relatively large fucking movie.
And look who's all in it, right?
Yeah.
Like people who would go on to be huge or people who were huge at the
Oh
time.
yeah, they've been in so much stuff. They've not been in, but also made stuff. Ben Stiller especially. Like
what is that movie, superhero movie, where it's all like ridiculously dumb superheroes, Steve? I think Ben Stiller's in it. He's like
Oh,
a
Mystery
shovel
Man.
dude.
Mystery Man.
I love that movie.
I love Mystery
I haven't
Man.
seen that in forever.
Man.
Oh, you should watch it. It's
I can only
It-
be invisible when you're not looking at
So
me.
here's the cool thing. Hold on. Here's the cool thing about that movie is if you haven't seen it in a long time and you've watched all the Marvel movies and all like the dark
And then
kind
you
of
go
whatever
back.
bullshit and you go back and watch that, you'll realize the genius of that movie for its time.
Oh, really?
It was way ahead of anything that came out since then.
That movie was so
I was just going through
funny.
all of his movies, right? All the ones
Yeah.
I can remember. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot he was in that movie.
That movie
I
was
forgot he was in
funny.
that movie.
Yeah, there's something about Mary. A lot of people don't think of Ben Stiller as soon as they think of that movie, right? You think
Forgot
of
about that, too.
You think of
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz or Matt Dillon or
Dillon.
Woogie.
Oh,
You know,
Woganowski.
Dom Woganowski.
I'm not a big Matt Dillon fan.
I'm not either, but the roles he's always been in, like,
I feel
you
like he's
appreciate.
the same type of guy. A lot of the
Yeah, he's
time.
like that greaseball, like kind of guy. Like it's something about Mary.
I
you're
just
like,
think
"Hmm."
about him in Wild Things. Like when I
Yeah.
think about him, that's the first movie that pops up in my head
I mean, that makes sense
for no other reason.
That makes sense. Yeah. So box office that week. Number 10. 2 can play at that game.
No idea.
Me neither. There's a couple. Actually, there's a lot in this top 10.
Oh
where, oof,
wait, is that the
Is it September?
this is September. Yeah, and I feel like this is one of those.
I think I know what
shit.
this
We're
movie
gonna push
is.
movies to open that shouldn't
Yeah.
have opened here because September 11th, and we don't care. Get them out.
Yeah,
feel
that's what I thought. It's the
Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox movie
She was in her own movie.
where they're both yes, but they're both. It's like her and a guy, and they're both trying to have the upper hand the whole time. So they talk. She talks to the camera,
Oh, okay.
like she's talking to
breaking
you.
the fourth wall.
We should
Yeah.
try to guess genres by title.
Oh.
Like that one is like guess chick.
That could
flick
be
by
You would
title.
not have known that was a chick flick by that.
You know what's funny
Like
is I
that
wanna-
sounds
I
like
don't
a
know.
suspense movie, maybe
Don't
too.
play that game.
No, that's
Like that could be
100% a chick
no.
flick,
Two
dude.
could play at that game could definitely be a like a
don't-
Wall Street guy movie or even like you
Yeah,
know
I don't
like
disagree. Yeah.
You're telling me
Guy
you
versus
do it-
guy.
Any, but the,
it could also be
two in the
like a
title,
basketball movie or like some shit like that. You know, you could go.
Two can play at that game.
Ooh, my favorite credit of all time is Vivica A. Fox in a movie that if I told you the title of it before saying she was in it, you would go, "Oh, she's not in that movie." Idle Hands.
Oh.
Right?
To be honest with you, I don't remember all the people that are in that. So
I'm trying to put that. In my
Jessica
brain right
Alba's
now.
in it.
Oh,
Devon Sawa.
for a
Fucking,
long time,
Whatever Green.
Seth,
Seth Green.
for a portion of my life, I was unsure
Fred Willard.
if that movie actually existed because I had memories of a movie
But
with
she
a
didn't-
hand,
Okay.
but I couldn't
Place
think of
it.
the name of it, and I
Yeah.
couldn't like pinpoint who was in it.
So crazy credit on that, or not credit, but crazy thing about that movie is speaking of tragedies, that movie came out and had to be pushed back a week because of the Columbine massacre.
Oh,
And what happens in that movie is somebody killing
yeah,
people
yeah.
in
Yeah.
schools and stuff like that. So that got pushed back. Then it was taken out of theaters. I think it was only in for like 3 weeks.
I have sunk down so much.
Everybody
You know, this
thinks-
happens every time.
You gotta adjust.
I start sunk.
That's
Like,
that
you see
you
where I'm
don't-
at?
that's where you play the
don't
game.
sink.
That's
right.
the key. That's yeah.
Just
So-
start down.
yeah.
Wally, you also
So you're-
have years of experience more than Tara
And
does
probably
on these
Of
couches.
this couch.
I also
Yeah.
probably weigh another 200 pounds more than
It's all in the
Probably
this
not.
little lady over here.
it's all in the
Probably
hips.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
You have
Girth.
no idea.
It's all in my ass.
So is mine.
Oh my god.
It's all in my ass.
So is mine.
Number 9. Rat Race.
Oh yeah. Rat Race is a shit.
Yeah.
Breckenmeyer's in there.
Forgot
right?
about that. Forgot about that movie.
My favorite stupid actor, Breckenmeyer, just showing up randomly.
You know what I like to do? It's so I don't know, but Mr. Bean is like one of the most relaxing things to watch. Like the British,
The movie or the show?
just the show.
The show. Okay, yeah,
Just
yeah.
put that on like an old dry
Good.
British comedy. I can sit there and watch that and giggle and fall asleep.
I'm with you.
It's the best. It's like the Discovery Channel.
Have you seen Rowan Atkinson's Invisible Drum sketch?
It's amazing.
He's
It's so good.
To do what he has to do there in that perfect time
It's
every
literally
time.
perfect.
Amazing.
Does he have a click track somewhere? Like, how does he do that? Is there someone in the back making the noises for
Wally,
it?
it's called practice.
It's different. That's different. It's perfect.
Well, not really. When you got to think about it, like you're playing to a track, you know what the track is. You sit there and listen to it a bunch until you get it, and then you just play invisible
Of
drums.
course
to it.
you can do that, but there's always an easier way. And that's having something in your ears or having something to rely on. And that's what those skits that require timing, I guarantee you a lot of that's involved. I'm not trying to burst your bubble. I'm not trying to say he didn't do it.
Oh no, you just never know. You
never know.
I mean, it's just like a magician. You think you know how
Yeah.
he does the trick until he comes out and
You
says,
think
"Oh, really?
you know,
It's
but you have no idea.
it's
Behind the curtain.
it's way easier than you think it is."
Yeah. Anyways, it's still fucking dope.
Yeah, you're right. Number 8, The Musketeer.
I forgot about that movie too. Every one of these,
Yep.
minus that first one. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. How about number 7, The Glass House?
No idea.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
I don't fucking know. Tell us,
So
Is that a horror movie or something?
yeah,
Like suspense
so
movie?
it's this
like a
girl and
suspense
her
movie
brother.
title.
So do you remember Never Been Kissed
Tara. Yes.
Yeah,
with Drew
vaguely.
Barrymore?
Vaguely.
So the nerd girl that she becomes friends with, where they
Yep.
dress up as DNA for the.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Is
the
that
main
Lily-
girl,
Lily
I think,
Sabosky?
in that.
Is this a suspense movie?
It is. Yeah,
That's what I'm
it
talking
is.
about, dude.
And like her and her brother, like their parents die in a car
You're
accident.
right. You are right. Lily
at you
Sabosky.
go.
Sabosky. I don't know how to say it.
And they go and they stay, and their parents die in a car accident. They stay with, I think maybe their family members in some way.
Diane Lane, isn't it?
Yeah,
as well?
she's. I think that's like their aunt and uncle or their parents' friends or something.
Something. I want to say, getting back to what I just talked about having movies correlate.
Mm.
So the Glass House, Stellan Skarsgård's in it. In this movie, there's another Skarsgård in it that if
Yeah.
you blink, you'll fucking miss it. I think
Yeah.
it's Alexander.
Yeah, she's one
Skarsgård?
of the model friends.
Yeah.
What a
The-
cool ass name to have.
Who can't not die in a
The
freak
one who
gasoline
dies
accident.
with the gasoline fight that they have, which is so.
orange mocha frappuccinos.
That scene sticks out a lot for me too.
It's hilarious.
And the guy, like, he lights the cigarette and just like
Yeah.
turns around.
I like that. Zoolander knows that that's wrong though, and nobody else did. So
Like,
he was,
they didn't.
He was a little smarter than them.
There's more
A little
life
bit.
than being really, really
Good looking.
ridiculously good looking. I really liked Owen Wilson in this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
Of all of the
I
people
don't
in the
think I've ever
movie,
not liked Owen Wilson in a movie. Is
Well,
there
no,
anyone
you
that
know-
he's
hold on.
been in where you're like,
there's a lot of movies he plays the same thing.
Yeah.
This movie felt different,
Different.
yeah, than what he normally plays. Right? Like he's like that cocky, arrogant, like "fuck you, I'm cool" guy.
that's kind of how he is in a lot of them. Starsky and
I feel
Hutch,
like I feel like a lot of times he's a goofball or he's a family man. Like
He's not the. He's not.
maybe
He's not the
in
bad.
Wedding Crashers. Maybe not that.
no,
in
no.
Wedding Crashers?
But even in Wedding Crashers, like he's the one who falls in love and wants to be done with the game. Like he's
I think he doesn't. He's clearly not. He's not role. His voice sounds the same in everything he does.
I mean, so does
Well,
everybody else.
most people's voice sounds
you
the
got all the
same.
fucking method guys, but I'm just saying he's not like. Clearly, he's in his own the same wheelhouse all the time, minus maybe
Yeah,
2 films.
sure.
So it's like that's why he feels the same.
I mean, outside of this movie, Ben Stiller's voice sounds the same in every movie he's in.
No,
That's not true.
that's not
I
true
feel
at
like
all.
it
Have you
is.
seen Heavyweights? Have you seen Dodgeball?
I have
and
seen
then this
Dodgeball.
movie,
They're all different. They're. I mean, obviously
I
the
feel
guy
like
sounds
his-
sort of the same because it's.
he goes
Yeah, all he
character.
did
he goes
was
full character in a
he-
couple movies. Is what it is.
I think he just pronounces things differently. I feel like his voice is still mainly the same.
Nobody makes me bleed.
he
my
writes
blood.
these he writes these outlandish things, and then he sits in a room for a couple days just trying to get the voice right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what it feels like.
Yeah, you're right.
But then other movies you watch, it's perfectly fine. Like you watch
I do.
Tropic Thunder, it feels like that's how he kind of talks normally. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Or you watch.
I feel like Tropic Thunder with Dodgeball, they're similar. Like
Night
he
at the
just
Museum
like
talks normal.
was a little bit more like rough with his voice.
Yeah.
But
it's like he does go character driven with certain things, like full character.
Night at the Museum, Along Came Polly, like those movies, he was just him.
that's
Like his
one-
voice was.
You've been working out. But, you look like a what is it? Julian Salad boy. You look shredded like a Julian Salad.
shredded like a Julian Salad. Give me that map.
Give me that Matt. Yeah, but I love that movie.
Give me that map.
No, I was gonna say this
We've
movie.
been going in circles, man.
This movie and Dodgeball shares similar jokes. Like I said earlier, with the name of the.
Did he write Dodgeball?
Well, he was in it. I'm sure he
Okay,
did.
sorry.
Well, you could go back and listen to our Dodgeball episode and find out.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
So with that, like the name of the Ukrainian girl or whatever, Mila Jovovich is same thing. It's like the weird, just nobody, blah, 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 whatever. But then also there's the day spa, right? Where he's like, yeah, DAIYE. And
Yeah.
then in Dodgeball, he's like, my name's White, WHIT.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of the same shit, but I feel like it works.
Laser.
Right. But
Laser.
I think you've already met my Damn it! I always forget my fitness. I can't say it.
Cleavage.
Canichieri or something. Michelle.
Boy, and Christine, she was in that too.
Yep.
His wife.
Oh, yeah. Just coming
Parallels.
together. Look at
That's
that.
Ben Stiller's wife.
Yeah. And they came out pretty close together, right? Like 2004, I want to say Dodgeball was. Vince Vaughn's in it. Mm-hmm. Who else is in it?
I was watching a Tom Cruise interview, and he was talking about the character he
Did
played.
he jump on a
Tropic.
couch?
No, he's talking about the character he
Tropic
played on Tropic Thunder. And Ben Stiller was the one that was like trying to give him ideas, and Tom Cruise was like, "No, I need to be able to dance funny, and I want outrageously big hands."
And he got him.
He was like,
My dad
"No, this is
loved-
ridiculous."
Loved him in that movie.
And he comes in and he films it with the big hands. And he's like, "Oh, we have to keep this in here.
Right.
This is this is perfect." I'm so big he directed that movie.
My
too.
dad, that ending
Flaming
where he
dragon.
dances to the
It's so
apple
good.
bottom jeans, and
It is
my
funny.
dad
It's so good.
loves that part.
Who's the key grip on this movie?
Fucking key grip. Punch that man.
I loved Matthew McConaughey in that movie.
No,
like,
you
he just
know who
wants
I-
to get him his
Juggernaut.
TiVo the whole time.
No, who I really like in that movie?
There's a TiVo in
is
the
who I
closet.
talked about earlier. Fucking Barry.
Oh yeah,
Because
Oh,
he's
oh.
like in there with
he's
him.
what's his face's assistant,
Right.
right? He's
Oh,
spank that ass, Les.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't even think of him in that.
Exactly. Like you forget that Bill
Yeah.
Hader is in so much. And you go back, you like watch Hot Rod again, and you're like, holy shit, that's Bill Hader
Yeah.
being amazing in it.
The reason that movie's so perfect and like the Anchormans and movies like that is because they give each one of those guys just a perfect amount of shining.
You're right.
Every character in that, like even like Jack Black, you can think about a good fuck. They're not in there
Yeah.
for a while. Their lines aren't huge, but there's
But-
so many quality good
Exactly.
lines from everybody in that.
When
Well,
they're
and they ad lib so much too. Like you,
That has to
like
be
in
it.
the
That has to be
credits
it.
when they're showing them say the same. That they're filming multiple times, multiple things. I'm like, how do you
I don't
even
break
pick?
character-
How do you even pick from those?
DVD
Like,
commentary
I
comes
don't
out.
break character. DVD commentary comes out, and then they do the DVD comment, and he fucking dips
Yep.
halfway through. It
Fought
comes
in the
back. It's so
bathtubs.
good. It's so good. Sean Penn, I am Sam.
I don't even remember what number we're
Went to
on.
the Grammys, went home empty-handed.
We're on number 6. One of my personal favorite Chris Tucker movies.
Osmosis Jones.
Nope, Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour. Yeah. Rush Hour 2 I liked better than Rush Hour 1.
I did.
We're reaching.
I really, I don't know. All three of them are still, like, they're all very good, but it goes to one.
I love when they go to the karaoke bar.
It's so perfect.
Come
Oh,
on,
they did the
Lee.
Jackson, the Michael Jackson song.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't picked a Rush Hour movie.
Come on. Yep. I really like the second one better.
Yeah, the second one's good because he goes to,
Speaking of Owen Wilson, I felt the same way about Shanghai Noon
Oh, I got the
and
wrong
Shanghai
person.
Night. I thought I liked the second one better.
It's
of
Chris
those-
Rock.
Of those.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
I agree
feel
with
like
you,
an idiot
Tara.
now.
Shanghai, those are movies that people forget about as well. Like
I liked the
they were
second one
big
better.
deals when they came out. Jackie Chan, Owen Wilson, and nobody
Shanghai
talks
Night,
about them.
Shanghai Noon,
Oh, yeah.
Shanghai Night.
Yeah.
And
I
isn't Lucy Liu in one of them?
Old Crouching Tiger.
She plays his sister
I think so, right?
in
The second one.
second one.
Yeah, they had to get bigger people for that one.
There's certain people that just like for me are typecasted and everything, and she's one of those people that are typecasted and literally like, she plays an almost.
Have you ever watched Elementary?
I haven't.
The show? Oh, it's so good.
You correcting me right now?
It's so good. But she plays. So it's a modern day, Sherlock Holmes.
She's in the first one.
Is this a newer movie?
Oh, is it the first one?
It's the first one.
So it's a modern day Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
Elementary is.
Elementary.
And-
Relatively new, like past 5 years.
Probably more than
It
that.
ended. It probably ended in the
I
last
saw a
5
preview
years.
with her, and this sounds familiar.
But so he's a recovering addict, but he also used to work for like Scotland Yard and stuff still, but he's a recovering addict.
Yard.
She plays Watson.
I just don't like that guy.
He's a great Sherlock Holmes though. Like he
I'll
was
give you that. I'll give you that.
great with that, but she plays Watson. So she's Dr.
Fart in
Watson.
bathtubs. Sorry.
She's Dr. Watson. She's like his sponsor. His not sponsor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is
yeah,
it
yeah.
sponsor?
Something like that. Where
His
he's
like recovery,
okay.
like
she's got to watch
and-
out for him.
Yeah, but she was a doctor previously. So she's Dr. Watson.
Well, that would make
Oh.
sense because Watson's always a doctor.
But no, but I mean like she was a doctor. She wasn't
Who's the?
Right.
she wasn't a doctor anymore technically. But
Jude Law.
Yeah. How did you fucking
I'm in your brain, Wally.
get the fuck out?
with Robert Downey.
Psychopath.
Robert Downey, they played those parts well too. I really liked those.
That was definitely a good Guy Ritchie version of that. And I
liked
really
those
like it.
movies.
But my
Ding, ding,
favorite version of Sherlock Holmes is Benedict
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. The
first
TikTok. It was
The
like
first three
Cumberballs.
seasons of that show,
Yumbercatch.
amazing. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. And then it goes off
Slumbersnatch.
the fucking deep end. Slumber Snatch?
There's a TikTok video where this girl's like saying his last name.
Slumbersnatch.
He's like Cumberbatch, Slumbernatch, Slipper Slash. It just keeps going and it just like gets so far away.
Ridiculous. So, number 5, The Others.
That was a great movie.
Great movie.
Is that Nicole Kidman?
Yep. What a good twist at the end of that.
Yes, I agree.
Because almost like
There's
The
a couple
Sixth
movies
Sense,
on this
where you're
list.
like, ooh. Ooh, okay.
I like that movie. I like Nicole Kidman too.
Number 4, Hardball.
That was a big movie too.
Is it? Or are you thinking of Rollerball?
I'm thinking of
Hardball.
Hardball.
Keanu Reeves.
Is it? You know, I don't
I
even
think
remember.
so.
I'm going to look it up. Hardball.
I've heard. Show me a picture.
You're right.
Is it?
Keanu Reeves and
I'm
Diane
so
Lane.
picture.
good at
Diane
this
Lane.
game.
Diane Lane is in 2 movies
what it is.
in this
In
top
this
10.
top 10. Yep.
Good for her. Getting out
Hardball
here.
was actually sad.
Was it? I don't know.
I'm
That
fucking
one kid gets like shot or something. One of the kids on the team or something.
super terrible with names.
That's the that's the movie that song Big Papa's big in, because the kid like he wears his headphones while he's playing
Jesus.
and he listens to that.
Oh yeah.
And in one of the games, like they wouldn't let him have it or whatever. And Keanu Reeves is on the side and he's like, I love it when you call me Big. They're like all singing to him. So he's out there like, okay.
I love Keanu
So cute.
Reeves.
That's cute.
He's another guy that's I like love him, but something about his acting isn't there. I don't know why. People are like, I feel like I'd get attacked for saying that out loud.
I think
Do you get like what I'm saying though?
I
It's
think
like,
in the right thing, like in like the John Wick movies, like he didn't really need to act.
it just seems the
You know
same.
what I mean? Same with the Matrix movies. He didn't
You're
really
right.
need to act.
He needed to be that emotionalist type
Yes,
person. Yeah.
but like if you think about him and stuff like The Lake House with Sandy Bullock and stuff, like he's just plain.
yeah, you're
I
right.
feel
His
like he's
acting
playing
is
a
not
lot
really-
of this stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it's the same in almost every. I love a
Well, but
lot
that-
of his movies. Let me preface
Well,
that.
but that's
first.
what I mean. Like in he's
I hope he
the
comes
same.
back as Constantine.
Ooh.
I would love that.
Top 3 in no particular order, and then we'll guess.
So they're in the top 3.
Zoolander,
Yeah.
Don't Say a Word,
No idea.
and Hearts in Atlantis. So Don't Say a Word was a Michael Douglas movie.
Yep.
And
Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas and Brittany Stowe. Sorry, not Brittany Stowe. Brittany Murphy
I'll
is in that.
never tell.
Look, Zoolander, and then whatever the other fucking two are. I have no idea.
And then the Hearts in Atlantis is actually a Anthony Hopkins movie. With
Which
An-
one?
Anton
So
Yelchin.
I need to know when they came out.
How the fuck is Anton Yelchin in that movie? Wow.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm looking it up.
Do you want to go first this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do that for a little while. See if this trend continues.
I don't see a release date on that.
That's a movie. Oh, The Grudge.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That sound.
okay. So this
Creeps
is
me out.
Hearts in Atlantis is the same date as Zoolander.
So they both first week.
late September.
First week.
Mid to
And
late
Don't Say a Word. It's never in the same spot. Same day, same week.
So they're all first week.
All 3 of them.
I'm
are
just-
the same.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going Don't Say a Word first, and then Zoolander, and then
Hearts in
Hearts in
Atlantis.
Atlantis,
Okay, Walter.
Zoolander, and I don't give a fuck where the other two are. So I'm just Atlantis and then whatever the fucking other one is.
Hearts in Atlantis. It is. Don't Say a Word. Zoolander. Hearts in Atlantis.
Ooh, you savage,
Getting it?
you savage.
I really like that movie. Don't Say a Word.
Never seen
But
it.
I was playing off of the Michael Douglas card.
don't
that one.
say a word.
But Don't Say a Word is a serious movie.
That's why you don't.
They
say a
kidnap
word.
his daughter.
Oh,
How many movies are there where someone's daughter
Daughter
gets
gets kidnapped.
kidnapped?
They
That's a
kidnap
song.
his daughter.
Why can't you fucking kidnap your son?
They need. There's like something that happens.
Transporter. They kidnap his son. And
they'll
transport
give him
He's
back
like
fast
a,
as shit. I promise you that.
He's like a
Take him.
psychiatrist.
Fuck this kid. Take him back.
He's like a psychiatrist or something like that. And Brittany Murphy is a patient in one of the, asylums or whatever.
Yeah, she would be.
And
Didn't work
these
out for
guys
her.
kidnap his daughter because they're trying to get whatever Brittany Murphy's dad had hid somewhere. Like he worked with them and then hid it. like money or something.
Probably raped her.
Will I
And-
ever watch this movie?
No.
Huh?
Tara, will I ever watch this movie?
It's a
Ever
good
you ever
movie.
see it around anywhere?
It's a good movie.
It's got like a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, so that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
A lot of the movies we've talked about though have 6 out of 10s.
And they're amazing.
He's probably right about that too.
I like that. I like the movie,
All right, cool.
but they get him because he wants.
Sorry, that sounded so
He's
derogatory.
gotta get the answer out of Brittany Murphy. Because Brittany Murphy was the guy's daughter, so they kidnapped Michael Douglas's daughter so that he will go
Michael
into
Keaton's
the
daughter.
You know,
Michael Douglas.
It's Mike Douglas.
So they go, but he has
thought it
to
was
get
Mike
Brittany
Douglas
Murphy
away.
out of the
Yeah,
crazy house,
right.
and he needs to get the answers out of her
So almost
to
like
get his daughter back.
almost like the movie Glass House. It's also in the top 10.
You know
No,
what we
it's
should
not.
do?
I don't
guys?
know.
It's
What?
not like Glass House.
You know what we should do? We should have movie recommendations for each other.
Oh, like we're doing on this show by picking movies.
No, we're not picking ones
sorry.
that we haven't watched. Is what
Oh.
I'm saying. Like, oh, this is good. You probably haven't seen it.
I think
That
that's
doesn't
how it
happen
works.
very often.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, it happens accidentally, but on purpose.
Don't pick a movie because you're like, this would be cool to talk about. Pick a movie like you guys haven't seen it, but I've seen it. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are gonna watch it.
Because she's kind of explaining this, and I was like,
Cool.
okay, well, maybe there's some
then
movies
my-
that I have that maybe you guys be like, okay,
My next pick is Zombie Strippers because I know you guys haven't seen it.
I've
Oh my
never
God,
seen that.
I've never even heard of that. So.
It sounds graphic.
It's a better movie than you think it is.
Okay.
Not good though. Robert Englund's in it. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Freddie. All right, tomatometer time. The tomater meter. The T. Roddy T's. Rotten Tomatoes. Out of 100%. Critics in audience. What do we think?
I'm going. I mean, audience is definitely higher on this. Come on. This is just one of those dumbass
Are you going
movies.
first again? You wanna go
yes,
first
I'm
again?
going first again.
I'm being nice. Jesus, stop yelling at me. I just need to make sure.
yelling.
I'm going audience. I'm saying like 78. I don't want to do like the whole.
78.
I'm going 78. No. I'm going 80.
higher?
I'm going
Yeah,
whole
I was
ass
about to
80.
Say, you better go a little bit higher. 'cause
Whole
I'm about
ass
to go higher.
80. I'm going whole ass 80 because that's why I did it, because I know you're going to go higher than me. And that last time that happened, you were right.
She's
Yep.
learning.
I'm going
Learning.
80. And then for critics, I'm going 66.
66.
I don't know.
80 and 66.
That's so close to where mine was going to be too.
I mean, critics may be lower.
Never
I
fought a
don't
bathtub,
know,
man.
but Critics may be
Fought
lower.
the
I
bat
don't
till
know,
laughing each
but-
other's head off. Laughing each other's asses off.
Retard, man. Never.
Jump in. I'm Sam.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker.
You go.
Hey, Lance Bass was in that movie and Zoolander.
There's a lot.
You just
Oh,
think
you're
of
right,
there's
yeah.
a lot Lance's dice dangling on your forehead.
God damn it. Booty sweat.
I didn't mean Lance. I'm gonna go what she said earlier. I'm gonna go 78 because it's got to be. I don't know. I don't know. I'll go 78 and I'll go 67.
Fine,
on the critics.
You're just going to
Yes.
steal my.
I'm going in between. I think the gap was a
Steal
little
the
big.
thunder.
Steal my answers.
Okay, so it's critics, 64%. Audience, 80%.
That's so close. See, I think if you put both of our brains together for stuff like that,
We're
you're
on
like
it.
right
We're
there
on it.
every fucking time.
Every time.
So what did I say? Oh, I said 66. What did you say? 67?
Yeah.
It was
But you got
64,
the other
so
one
it's-
right on the net. You got the other one right
And
there.
I
right?
almost did it. I almost went.
I was gonna pick 80. Like I was heads down gonna fucking pick
That's-
80 if you didn't.
And that's because that's what you did to me last time. You went over
We figured it out.
each of mine. So now we know.
You figured me out.
I figured it out. Perfect. IMDb score. Do we want to guess that?
Right in the middle of those.
It's out of
God, like
10.
6 or something.
6.5. Yep.
Oh,
Look at that.
never mind.
Look at that.
Just
Perfect.
jumped right into that one.
Just getting it, getting
no
it.
guess for you.
Not at all.
No guess for you.
Not for Wally.
no capes.
No capes.
No capes.
You were wearing a cape yesterday. I told
It wasn't a cape.
You wore a cape? Was it like one of those shirts that are just kind of open?
No,
and
it
fluffy?
was like a kimono, like a lace one.
Oh, my friend was wearing the same thing, and I was like, that looks like a
Not
cape.
a cape. But when I was
I literally said
walking,
the same
It's a
thing.
cape.
when I was walking and like with the breeze, it was like blowing
Majestic.
behind me. So Steve was like, "You got a cape."
Like if you grabbed and then jumped off of something tall, is it like
It's
a
a
wing?
cape, yeah.
Is it a wingsuit?
Yes.
No,
It's a cape.
it had sleeves.
I mean, it'd be a
Perfect
very
cape.
ineffective cape because it's lace.
It's lace. I would just fall.
No capes.
She's like,
I mean,
Who is our favorite character in Zoolander?
Owen Wilson.
Will Ferrell.
Mine was also Will Ferrell. Are we going to elaborate on that?
Do we need to?
Yeah, you got to say why it's your favorite character.
I just really liked.
Wow.
I wasn't I'm not anti Will Ferrell in this movie either, though.
Okay.
But I really liked Owen Wilson in this. I really did, and I'm not. I'm
Can't do it.
not.
I used to have it good. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not.
You know-
I'm not a big Owen Wilson fan, but I don't dislike Owen Wilson. Like he's always been
Yeah.
kind of like level for me. But I really liked him in this.
I remember my first like real introduction to him was in Meet the Parents, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck this
What a
guy. I don't like
dick.
him." But
Yeah.
he's playing a dick on purpose, so
Yeah.
you're supposed to hate him.
But I like. But same in this though. He
Yeah.
kind of plays that dick. But
But he has a redemption arc. And
Yes.
You're like, all right.
And I liked
Where'd all
that.
the
I liked
files
then he
go?
came back, and not only did they have a redemption, but then he was all in.
Yeah.
As soon as
Yeah,
they
yeah.
became friends, he was like, "I'm doing anything for these people."
Right, right,
Like,
right.
I
Right.
will die for them.
Right.
Like,
Why you been acting so messed up towards me?
yeah.
Why you been acting so messed up?
And I
towards
thought,
me?
and honestly, I even thought he looked good in this. Like I thought
he didn't look. Ooh. Yeah, out
I
there,
thought he
yeah.
did. I thought he pulled it off better than Ben Stiller did as far as being a male model.
Male model. Well, he kind of looked
That's
like
the
that
funny
era
thing
male
about
model.
it.
Yeah.
About this is I don't think that was the idea. I mean, these guys aren't bad looking, but
Ben
you know,
Stiller had a great body in this movie.
He's
been
got,
fit in it.
he
He's
always
got
been
in
fit, yeah.
shape.
I mean, look at heavyweights. Look at
Yeah.
dodgeball. He was
Yep.
always ripped.
His arms have always been really nice.
Yeah, getting it. So
never
wow.
noticed. Never
Now,
noticed.
now you will.
So with him, I noticed in this movie, maybe it's because what you guys are talking about. He's not doing a leading role necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
but he seems like his acting is a little bit more like his shit
It's, like,
feels a little
pulled
bit,
in.
yeah, or not overwhelming.
Yeah.
But like that ant scene,
Yeah.
like where he's just like kind of scared and like looking back. I was like, I don't really think I've seen him like this too many times.
He just like looks and he's like, he's
And he just,
absolutely right.
he just stares at it for a little bit. There's also there should be like a metric for stupidity with this movie. Like I feel like I can like there's different
I get what you're
scales
saying.
of dumb.
Because like he wasn't that dumb actually.
Yeah, yes.
He
but
was
you
actually
have,
one of
like,
the
the bottom
smartest
of the
ones
barrel,
in the
but there's
movie.
like a
Yeah.
scale of dumb here. Like,
There were tears.
Yeah.
The best part of Will Ferrell being Mugatu is before he's Mugatu, and he's holding the necktie like that picture.
The keyboard necktie.
I'd
whatever it
fucking
is.
geek every time I see that picture. I don't know what it is about that picture, but it's hilarious. And just like that was his claim to fame,
Yep.
the keyboard necktie. He was the keyboard player in the original
In-
band, and then it comes
Yep.
back into it. Like it's a good. There's a good story in this. Like the overarching actual story of the movie's somewhat like decent and like thoughtful.
can the premise be moved into like a dark movie too?
Oh,
Like, you
for sure.
could, you
Oh,
could,
for sure.
right?
Well, I mean,
Cool
but think about
question.
it, right? Like you have this like shadowy figures telling a designer
right?
that he needs to hire or get someone to murder the president of Malaysia. Like,
It's perfect.
So to me, this movie is a similar to me equivalent to oh my god, what is the movie called? It's
Dazed
like-
and confused.
no.
all right.
No. It's another model movie. Freddie Prinze Jr. is in it, but it's female
You know
models.
the best part about high school girls are I get older, they stay the same age.
All right.
It's a
I
Freddie
feel
Prinze
so
Jr.
weird
movie,
saying it.
Right.
and
don't like
Down
that
to
movie.
You. No, not Down to You. No.
Summer Catch.
Head Over Heels.
Head over heels.
Head Over Heels, and he is in it, but like this girl who's like an artist
Naughty.
has to find a place to live, and the room she finds is in one of those apartments where where multiple models are living in the one apartment, but it's female models and they're all very dense also, but
Yeah.
she's not, she's a normal, like, I wouldn't say she's like over smart, but she's
Yeah.
an normal level of intelligence, and they're all very dumb. And they have a wait list that they put outside their door, and men show up for dates
That's funny.
and sign the list to take them out. They don't pay for anything. They just show up
That's really funny.
to take them out.
You know, one of my favorite Freddie Prinze Jr. movies that not a lot of people talk about is called Boys and Girls.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a really good movie, and there's
He was like it in the 90s, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was.
What happened to that? Was there something that happened? You just get old.
No, I mean, him and
you want to hear something funny? He became a writer for WWE.
Oh, really?
Isn't that wild?
Holy shit!
Yeah, so he's a huge fucking wrestling guy and ended up working for Vince McMahon as a writer. And
I've
like,
never like followed him. I just know that all of a sudden he wasn't there.
well, him and
You
Sarah
know?
Michelle Gellar are married with kids.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're still together.
So
doing their
both
the
of them
dad
kind
thing?
of died down their acting careers at the same time, and they just like
yeah.
did the family thing.
Cool. Good for him.
Yeah. So he actually has his own podcast where he like talks about his stories from WWE, and he wants to start his own actual wrestling like business and shit.
Oh, so
it's
he's
crazy.
balls deep in it.
Oh yeah,
That's cool as shit.
It's wild, and you know what?
That's cool as
Props
shit.
to him. He could do whatever he wants, and he chooses to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
That's dope as shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why though he could do. I mean, he's like,
Yeah,
I don't
he can
need
do
I don't
whatever he
need to
wants,
act.
yeah.
Now I'll just do this. This is what I
Exactly.
like.
Right. So, do we have a favorite part or scene in Zoolander?
I love the family hair. I can't fight every time that
It's
pops
great.
up, and even his dad, the Angelina Jolie's dad.
Yeah, John Voight.
and then
Acting,
Angelina
he's
Jolie.
acting
Walking
straight with it.
So
Yeah.
good. I saw it again today, and I was like crying in my I was sitting at my desk at work, and I was fucking in tears because I paused it, and Ben Stiller's face looked funny, but all the hair was identical. I was like, okay, this is perfect.
It really is.
This
And
is so fucking perfect.
the really funny part
It's the
is
small things for me, I think, in this movie.
his other brother is actually a famous dude too.
The youngest one.
I figured it had to be, but I couldn't recognize him.
Yeah, it looked familiar to me too.
He's really hard to find. His name's like Jedediah or some Judah Friedlander.
Amish?
No, his name
Judah
is Judah Friedlander. He's a guy who
Jedediah.
always wears a hat and has a beard. Well, he doesn't have a beard in that picture.
My
but
bad.
that guy.
Oh, I recognize him
That's who
in
it is.
that.
So same thing. Every time I saw the movie, it's like, who the fuck? That guy has to be famous. There's no
He's
reason why
one of them
Vince Vaughn
sneaky
would be.
actors where he's like peeks in every once in a while
Exactly.
and does something. Yeah,
So
yeah,
He's
he's
yeah.
normally wearing a hat with big glasses, and that's how you're gonna notice him in other stuff.
So
But-
I did like the walk off. I did not
With-
like the rip the underwear part off. I thought
know,
that was-
every
that
every
was so
part
silly.
before that was great. Like
That was so silly.
Billy Zane,
But yes,
you know, like
the leading out, how he
yeah.
gets behind him and
Yep.
he's like, I liked
weird.
that. And you know what part that I meant to bring this up earlier that I hated, and the only thing I didn't like about Owen Wilson's character is when he showed up at the funeral with blasting the music and stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? Like,
This is what I'm saying.
what a
disrespectful.
dick.
The stupidity is weird in this.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's,
it's
like,
they're-
imbalanced.
yeah.
It's like,
He was way dumber than this a minute ago.
no, he's not.
like,
yeah.
like he's normally like in a lot of it, he's very spiritual, and he's like, oh, I went to here and I went there, and then he shows up at a funeral all like with a posse and music
Right, yeah,
blaring.
yeah. Even to the before they do the walk off, he shows up with his posse, all kind of like a dick.
Yep.
And like, you could dare lick
And
my balls.
This is
Cappy
well,
Dan.
One of
that's
my
the thing.
favorite quotes of
This
all
was a
time.
party for
Derek.
Derek,
Right.
and he shows up with his posse and challenges him to a walk off. Why is he even there?
Right.
He was kind of a douche.
He was a douche.
Well, you want to be at
So.
But one of my favorite
Yeah,
parts,
eat away
like
at the barn.
I like, but I like that the walk off then leads to the next time they're together. They, they have the
The little
the
friendship
bonding thing.
montage.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I
exactly.
also, a very, very small thing, it's not like a part, but one of my favorite things is at the end when they have the Center for Children Who Can't Read and they show the fountain.
Can't read good.
and other stuff.
And they show the fountain,
yeah.
and it's
yeah.
the models with the
Oh, the gasoline.
with the
fight.
gasoline pumps and the
That's
water's
hilarious.
coming out of.
Yeah.
I loved that. I
is
thought that
good.
was so
The
funny.
Center for Children Who Can't read good.
And
Needs to be at least
Do
3
other
times
things.
bigger.
It's so
want to
perfect.
learn to do other things.
And why-
It is good. Like I said, there's some really good jokes hidden in the movie that
Yeah.
you're not thinking about until afterwards. Or like, yeah, you can dare lick my balls, Capitan. Like, people still
say that
say
all the
that.
time.
Right, that's
And
what I'm
he's
saying.
like, I can dare lick my own balls.
Thank you.
And he
very
like
much.
whips his head around
Right,
like,
right.
how dare you? Like it was some good comeback. Like, it's not.
Billy Zane.
It
If you
wasn't.
if you look at Billy Zane's face when he says it, he's like, what does that mean?
But he's
great.
still like behind him.
yeah, like I got him. I
yeah,
got him.
Very flexible.
exactly that what he said.
Right. Also, we haven't even said that who's the judge of the fucking
Oh yeah,
walk-off.
David Bowie.
David Bowie being in
Yep.
this movie was huge back
Yeah.
then, right?
When
Like,
he
it's
showed
wild.
up and like whips his. Did you notice the way he whipped his sunglasses off?
Yeah, very.
He didn't grab the side. He grabbed the opposite side.
Is it because Derek can't turn left?
Do you? But you know what?
that
You know?
deep?
Did anybody else notice
weird.
that?
I'm
that
thinking
deep?
of it
Because
now.
when you take your sunglasses off, you grab the side, like with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
hand, you grab that side of your sunglasses. He reached around and like
I wonder
whipped them off
I wonder if it's to mask his face, so you're getting more of a reveal.
because
know
he
what I mean?
reached across his face.
Right, right.
But I was like, what? It bugged
the
me
deep
so
parts
much
of the
when I
movie.
watched it. I was like, why? That's such a weird way to
Well, there's
think
some
of
other
talking about
parts.
stuff.
So, like in the beginning of the movie, Derek turns around.
It's more dramatic.
at the VH1 whatever thing when he's getting the wrong, or he's going up there for not
and
winning.
he turns because he
He
can't.
turns the other
Because
way,
he
right?
can't turn
he
left.
can't turn
He
left.
has to turn all the way
Hands
around.
down the
Super-
worst part. That's where I turn the movie off every fucking
Gets
time.
you. Why don't you
Oh,
just skip
because
it?
it's so awkward when he
It's
walks
so
up
fucking.
to it.
He's like
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz.
And
Yeah.
and then Owen
You have
Wilson is just
secondhand
watching
embarrassment.
him. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's secondhand embarrassment.
Fast forward.
Right. I do like in the background Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rosedale
Yep.
are together because at
Yep.
this time they were
They're
together.
not, and they're not now, obviously.
Very publicly
But
not
that's
now.
that's what I always call it. Like, and I'll
That
say
could be
it,
it. I don't know.
and I'll say
I
it
have
to
no idea.
Carrick. We'll be watching movies sometimes and like something really like awkward and uncomfortable, and I will look at Carrick and I'm like, I'm having secondhand embarrassment like
It feels
watching
like
this.
I don't get anxiety, but it
makes you-
feels very
It's like
anxiety.
uncomfortable. So I think that's what it is. I think
Get
it's like
anxiety from watching
secondhand.
movies.
It happens in
It's
real
like
life.
you're
It
feeling
happens
that
in movies.
embarrassment.
It's so fucking weird.
You're feeling that uncomfortable, embarrassing.
That part is the worst, dude. Everyone's quiet. Everyone's watching him, and he just walks up,
Turns
and then
around.
even Owen Wilson's watching, and
he-
then Lenny Kravitz is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
He's holding it.
And
He's
I'm
like,
like,
he's like, they said no one can win this 4 years in a row,
And then he has
but
to
here
get-
I am.
And he's like, no, you just keep
Yeah,
no.
it's good. The part that comes after that, well, it's not really after that, but when he picks up his phone after that
The
one
tiny
part,
phone.
and it's so small, it makes me think of how technology at that time was
trying to go that direction.
Was trying to make everything
Everything's
super
so
small.
small.
Do you remember my
juke? The juke?
You remember my juke?
Yep.
My little juke phone.
Where it's just like it was like a
It was a switchblade
It
almost.
was like a little
Yeah.
pack of gum, like a
yeah,
little fucking.
and then it swept open, right? Like
It
a
was
fucking
cool as shit.
Yeah, I wish they would have went
was
back to
so
that.
stupid.
It was. It genuinely was.
You
I remember
couldn't
when
do
Razor-
anything.
The Razor came out, right? And
Yep.
my graduation present, I got some money. And I was like, I'm going to go get my own cell phone bill. Bye, Mom, Dad. So I
Terrible
go-
idea.
Yeah, it was so stupid. I was so dumb. But I go and I buy that. And I was like, I'm a cool fucking dude. I had that.
The Razor, at least, like the Juke was thin.
Razor
it
was
was the
still
wrong
sleek.
way.
Yeah.
The Razor was sleek, but you still had a full key. Like you had
Oh, yeah, yeah,
enough
yeah.
room to
9
function.
I love that Casio thing. Do you remember that Casio phone that was like,
We slid up.
you popped it open and it's like full keyboard? You're like,
Yeah, there were a couple phones that were like
fastest
that.
typing ever.
Well, you had, and then you had
pretty
the
sure it's
side.
sitting right over
then
there.
you had the sidekick that's like flipped out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The sidekicks.
I got the LG chocolate still sitting right there. You can see
think
the
we're-
white
That's
chocolate.
what it was. The
I think we're
chocolate.
giving away our age.
That's what it was. The
Little bit.
chocolate. It
Little bit.
slid up. You turned it on its side and it slid up.
No, so the chocolate was just a slid straight up. The other one was either it flipped open or there was one that slid up too.
Oh, I had that one.
Okay.
Like you could function on the front of it, but you could slide it open and turn it to
talking.
its side too.
I wonder if
it's right there. Keep talking.
I'm wondering if we can still get some of these. I wonder if I can get that Casio one. I wonder
And
if I
still-
can and still use that shit.
still
I bet
run
you
it.
I found my. I should go through. I have a collection of old phones.
I
should-
don't have
should-
any of my old phones anymore.
They're all in a little box at my house. Oh, I don't want to turn those on. There's probably some weird shit in there.
oh
shit!
yeah. So this
Show the
opens.
camera. Show the camera.
Is that wild, right? Like super old. Here, I'll get you better.
It's orange. She's nice.
it's
It's,
orange.
our
orange.
Terra
So
phone,
you
our
can-
classic phone model.
Big old camera on there. It's probably what
Vanna White.
0.5 megapixel camera.
Yep.
Camera.
Camera. It's got a full functioning keyboard. It's got a monitor. It
And then-
matches green
and then
nails
there's
if you
this
have
one
them or
here.
yellow. I can't tell them.
They're yellow. It's the screens making.
I know, my
them
man. You should do them green so you can't
What
see.
the- and then-
So that's
oh
the
my
chocolate, right? Is that not
gosh.
wild? Like that it just flips open.
Welcome to
like,
Steve
like the
Miskolci's
Matrix?
basement, where
I
he
just keep-
doesn't throw anything away ever in his whole
Technology.
entire life.
Technology. I like keeping technology like this to remind me of things of yesterday.
Things of that's also a common.
You know, it's
thing.
not. You know what's even a common Steve thing?
It's like a little iPod
Open that
on the
again
front of
real
it.
quick and look at the camera. I still have the fucking.
Let me see how
The
pristine
film.
this is.
I still
Hold
have
on.
the film on it.
That's
on
what
the
I was
camera.
literally
Yep.
just about to look
Yep.
for.
The film on the camera.
I never took it off.
I like that it does. It just looks like an iPod on the front of it.
Maybe
Does-
the iPod stole that.
Does Tiff,
Does that not feel great just to flip open?
Tiff
though?
doesn't give a shit, does she? She
What?
doesn't care about your hoarding.
The power.
It's not in her face.
It's
The
you're the
power-
most organized hoarder I've ever met.
I have files and systems, and I know where
Exactly.
everything
I like
is.
that the
Exactly.
side of this looks like an actual camera.
It really
Like,
does, right?
I
Like,
love this. I love this phone.
what, and it has a shutter on there too. I think you can turn off and turn on the
How
back.
are there barely any scratches on this?
That
Steve?
one's
This-
not mine. That was my wife's.
Oh,
So this and
That one though is like pristine
Because
condition.
I even remember seeing in movies like back in the day, like the power
Isn't that wild?
that you feel in
Back
your
in the day?
hand. when you get a phone call and you can just be like, you know what I mean? Like that just feels very important.
Yeah.
Like you get a phone call and you just
Yeah, you can
Whip it
You
open.
can whip. Check this. You can turn this to open the camera.
I never knew that.
So there's
Maybe
a
I
shutter
did.
on
Maybe
it.
I did when I had it.
oh.
And it says it is a 2 megapixel.
Hang on.
This is a 2 megapixel.
Book me my
I'm
appointment.
on with Milan.
Go ahead, Steve. Give me the high
Get me
pitched
Derek
voice.
Zoolander.
Give me the high pitched voice.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Is that all we're doing? Just
Hello.
a ring?
Hi. it's-
Wait, hi, this is Wally. Is Tara there?
All right, we're not doing
play-
that.
Oh, damn.
We were about to fucking get.
You want to play a game? You want to play a game? It's so hard not to do a low-pitched voice. Hi, do you want to play a game?
Are you doing a high pitch voice there to make it the
Makes more
offset?
sense, yeah. If I go too, I want to go lower.
No, you have to. No,
It's just natural. Just go natural voice.
Hey, my name's Wally. I love long walks in a dark alley. Yeah, if you just do natural voice, do you want to play a game? I can't tell your voice is even feminine at all anymore. See? Yeah, look at that. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's good. Now my voice sounds even worse right now for some reason.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
not as exciting now. It's like
I thought it'd been
boo.
fun doing the teeny voice with the phone call, Steve.
yeah. Well,
Anyways,
I kind of
go
want to
ahead.
turn these phones on and see if they work.
Steve's like, oh, look at all my I mean, never mind. Look at all my
Look, let's be
sensitive
real.
photos.
Look at my sensitive
I
photos.
mean, there's no way they're gonna turn on. Oh,
No,
turning
they are
on?
going to turn on. They're going to turn on.
Is that turning on?
yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, these have been sitting down here forever. Is it going to stay on? Let me see. I bet you there's a Metal Gear Solid poster on there or something.
I bet you if I text you, it's a ringtone. Either
ringtone?
there's probably a fucking notification that's probably Power Rangers.
The background
or
of your
Metal Gear
Metal Gear
phone.
Solid. It has to be.
The background of your phone. It says "I love you" and it's
Oh.
a picture of a PlayStation.
Hold on. Is it a Metal Gear Solid one though? I swear it is.
It's a picture.
Don't give it to him. Give it to me first. Give it to me
Give it
first.
to
Give it
Wally
first.
because it's probably Wally put that on there. I bet you.
There's like
It's the PlayStation like still on the box.
dude, it's the Metal Gear Solid 4 PlayStation. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look
And
at
it
that.
says "I love you" at the top. If you notice, the battery is completely empty. There's
Oh,
not
it's
even
Oh
one
blinking.
little.
my god.
It says there's service.
Shut up. Let me see.
Look, seriously, look at the
Call someone.
Let
look
me
at the top bar.
Call
it says
someone.
there's
Call
some
me.
Call me. Call me.
No, it's powering down.
Oh, shit.
anytime.
As soon as I
Let me
I
see
hit a button.
Let me see the what's the
They don't make them like they used to.
I don't how did that even turn on?
With love
that's
Ooh, is
so
this
funny.
the
and hope.
kind of connector is that?
Oh god.
See?
For those of you who can't see right
oh yeah,
now,
that's right. Podcast.
Steve's
Cell phoning. We're
Oh
cell
my
phoning.
god, I have no idea.
Ooh, there's a micro SD slot in here. Is there a
yeah,
micro
see,
SD?
this is what happens.
This ain't good. This ain't
I
good.
feel
All
like
right.
this is what Steve does on maybe a monthly basis. He finds something
Oh, yeah,
that
this
he
one
had
has
that he
one
didn't
too,
remember
Steve.
he had.
Micro.
And he's like,
there
oh,
anything
dude,
in
check
it?
this out.
Nothing in there, I don't think.
Right now, I'm more concerned about the pictures that are on these phones. That's what I'm concerned about. It's nothing but Steve's fucking hog. Like 50 or 60 of them. Just
No.
lined up.
Also,
Honestly,
I
I
feel
was
like
not- I
taking
was not
pictures
in-
with flip phones and stuff was
In
so
a-
much harder.
It's all different backgrounds and it's dressed up funny.
I like to
It's in
accessorize.
space. It's like in space.
It's got the costumes. It's got like a cape for one of the other one's dressed in a kimono.
No capes.
hockey stick.
The other one's got blackface.
Oh my god.
So that's a good transition. Derek Zoolander does blackface in this movie.
Yeah. So also,
What?
and then they also act like monkeys.
Yes, they do because they're trying to open up the.
He acts like
files are
monkey
in
with
the
still
computer?
with all of the
I'm being so gay right
all
now. but
of
I just
the,
picture 1,000 pictures of
brown
Steve's
paint.
penis in different costumes.
all the
I'm gonna
brown
be real.
paint stuff.
I don't think I really did that much back in the day.
dick pics.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing like it
I
was
wasn't big
today.
on it either.
Look,
Don't get me
dick
wrong,
pics.
It never
on it.
looked. It never looked as good in pictures
I'm
as
not
it did in real
saying that
life.
there's not
Let's be real.
there wasn't a place for dick
It's
pics.
upon request.
But
it's
the
never a
yes,
surprise.
the unsolicited dick pics have got to stop in the world.
Yeah,
Like-
no one wants to go like this and go, "Hey, I got a message from Jesus Christ."
Yeah,
yeah.
no
That's-
one wants that.
That's an effort too, by the way. That's not. That's not
Even
an
worse,
easy fucking thing to
even
pull off.
worse, one up it. unsolicited dick pics from people who have girlfriends or wives.
I'm gonna
Oh
take
yeah,
That's-
I mean,
I
what are you
mean-
doing that for? Yeah.
We're at the
I'm gonna
age
take
now where I'm telling you, like,
anonymous butthole pics and send it to people.
Ooh.
we're at the age
Call it the
now,
Starfish
like,
Enterprise.
Sorry, go ahead. Tara.
I have a friend.
really good.
Yes, that's
The best thing I've said in a while.
Captain Squirk.
I have a friend who the last time she got an unsolicited dick pic from like someone who had a girlfriend
Oh,
or
God.
wife,
Just
she
send it
posted
right to it.
right on Facebook. She was like,
Is this
Look,
the
I
Kelly
will-
girl?
"Who?
Is this the other redhead
Girl that you're
friends
going
with?
for this weekend.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh,
I used to like her.
spicy. I like it.
Who didn't?
I know.
When have you seen her?
Like twice. I used to, but I follow her on social media. I was like, oh, she's pretty.
Why do you follow her on social media?
I did a while ago, but she's still just kind of there.
I brought her to Maryland once, and then everybody followed her on social media.
no, it was.
even know who
I
you're
met you
talking
two randomly. At one, well, I already knew you.
Oh.
but
But no,
Yeah.
that's what
You
I'm
two were
saying.
out and about.
We were probably out
Okay,
somewhere.
I-
I brought her to Maryland.
I remember meeting her at Union Jacks because you said, "Hey, here's the only other redhead I know."
Oh yeah,
I
because
keep
we
that
were
in my
up there.
brain.
We were up there visiting Emily. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend.
that was me too.
Oh, it was you
Me
came
too.
to our chip show.
yeah,
That,
yeah. I was about to say
Yeah.
that was me too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's random.
We were there. We were because Emily
talking-
was
yeah.
Emily was working. It was St. Patrick's Day, and we came up there.
How random is that? That the conversation we had earlier about Union Jacks and us.
And now it ties.
oh,
Full
everything
circle.
ties together.
Still nothing about the movie.
No, nothing to do with the movie.
My favorite parts or scenes has to definitely be the day spa part with Andy Dick as that fucking
Holding
oh,
him
with the
suits.
full suit on.
and like he rolls over and he's got a full hog going and she's
Yeah.
like trying
like,
to bat it
trying
away.
to-
I love how that's what we call it now. By the way,
hog.
And it's like
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, but not moving slowly.
It's
It's
what's your
it's the
favorite?
thing.
What's your favorite blockbuster movie hog performance, Steve?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I was watching basketball the other day, and where they're in the shower room.
Yep.
And he like turns left, and you just see the fucking gigantic fake penis smack over the potted
Yeah,
plant.
yeah.
It's like bow.
Or the where like they zoom down and their dicks are still like all the way to the ground and they zoom back up. That's funny. There's actually a movie that came
so
out.
many good ones. There's
So when I was living, you remember when I lived at the not the duplex, the townhouse.
yeah.
no.
For whatever reason, I had Showtime
I do.
back then.
I was there often.
He was. That was our hangout spot.
Yeah.
I would just stay up and watch like movies that were on Showtime, and there would be like random movies that were like terrible, but I had nothing else to do.
So why
And-
not?
Right. And I watched this one movie. I can't remember what it was called. I probably could look it up, but it had to do with some dude's dick falling off and becoming a monster and killing everybody. That's
This
probably
sounds like
the best
movie you would tell your friends. You gotta check us out.
You
bro.
gotta check this out. This guy's dick.
So it's like idle hands, but with a dick.
with a dick. Yeah, and I think it has Ron Jeremy in it randomly, but not for the thing you think it would be for. I want to say it's like Bad Johnson or something.
Of course it would be.
Oh my god! No. Okay, no,
Angry
that was
Richard.
I'm so glad to be here.
Bad
Old
Johnson is
Angry-
actually a
Angry
TV show. No, that is a movie, but that's not the movie I thought it was.
Fun with Dick and Jane.
Wait, hold on. Bad Johnson sounds
Flaccid
even better. Are you
frustration.
ready? This is a charismatic womanizer receives his comeuppance after his penis mysteriously leaves his body and takes
Oh, it's a
human
punishment.
form. Yeah,
Oh, I want to watch
Oh,
the
it's a
fuck out of this.
punishment. It's karma.
but that's a different movie altogether. The one I'm talking about. Let
Oh.
me see if I can find it. I don't know how.
Well, that
would I
one
even-
sounded more exciting
How would I
so
even
far.
I'm in. I'm already in. It doesn't
movie
matter.
where
A penis
I'm in.
monster.
Dick.
I'm locked in.
turns into a monster? I'm not sure. I want to Google it.
That's bold.
You're not
Cotton.
gonna like me when I'm
Bold
angry.
move, Cotton.
It is called One-Eyed Monster. A hostile alien wreaks
Oh, come on,
havoc
you
on
can
the
do better
cast
than
and crew on an adult movie. Yep, this is it because Ron Jeremy's in it. Yep,
Oh my God.
yep.
They could have, dude. I could have come up with a better name.
One-eyed, one-eyed people.
Would it be? See, that, even that's better. That's fucking better.
That guy's in it.
Oh God, he
Charles
looks. He
Napier.
looks like he's probably the penis monster.
He probably is. He's the penis.
He's the monster.
He's probably the penis monster.
Also, one of my favorite is the files are in the computer scene. That's just
Yeah.
like that's an iconic scene almost at this point.
I
and
even-
go for it.
But like when, not just when he throws it, but like when he's in the office and she tells him and he just looks over and it like, they're in the computer.
Files are in the computer.
And then you see the computer and you realize how old this fucking movie is.
That's
It's
what I
one
was
of
just
those
gonna say.
orange
The IMAX.
see-through,
They
like,
all, there was
yeah.
those are the ones you had in school. They were
Yeah.
all lined up. There's like
I-
1,000 different colors.
I want to say I either want tech to start doing this again or I want to relive that era of technology where we had see-through like lime green shit or orange shit or
Translucent.
Well, like even
translucent
those
whatever.
laptops that
Yeah.
that were around that were huge,
thing.
where you could get the different color, like they had the different color sides. Like,
By the way, this is all I want to do right now.
see,
We need phones
there's
like this
something
again.
about it.
There is. Like, I just want to slide it open. Hello? Nope, fuck you. Bye.
Yeah, there's like a power to that.
It really is.
It doesn't take the same.
It's the
SD card.
equivalent of
There's no way.
slamming your phone.
It had
like when-
service. Let me
It's the
let me
equivalent
turn
of
it back on, see if
slamming
it
your
comes
phone,
over.
like when you had the actual corded phones,
Turning back
and you could
on.
just like hang up on someone aggressively.
Yeah.
Hang-ups aren't
There's
aggressive
there's something
anymore.
Physical
They're
about that.
not.
They're not aggressive.
curious if it
anymore.
takes
Did I
the same
accidentally
SD
go
card.
back to this? Yeah, I did. What am I doing? What?
I'm curious if it
Oh
takes
no,
the same
it's a
SD
micro.
card.
It's a micro SD card. Or are you saying
It
a
turns
they're
on, it just
different
doesn't
era-
last.
SIM card? Are you saying?
Yeah,
All right,
so-
wait,
sorry,
real
SIM
quick.
card, SIM
While
card.
it's on.
Ah, just powered. It's
Damn
powered.
it.
I don't understand how it still has a battery after all this time.
To even turn on is
Right.
crazy. I would not have thought it would turn on.
I've never even thought about it for the longest. Oh, it's got a dedicated music button on the side.
Shut up.
It's the little things. Chocolat.
And a dedicated speaker button. And it's kind of touchscreen, right? Whatever. Were we entertained by Zoolander?
As much as I could possibly be by something like this. Yes.
I don't see how
I
this
think
is
it's
such a.
at that.
Hold on.
It's capped out.
Yeah.
How is
As
this
much as I
such a
could be.
divergent though from like Dodgeball or Anchorman or anything
Dodgeball
like
is
that?
fucking hilarious.
I already gave you. I already told you the reason that it's harder for me to die. There's parts that are fine, but it's
harder for me to
No,
dodge a
I
wrench
get what
than
you're
it is
saying.
in a ball.
Like dodgeball.
This is all night. I'm doing this.
Dodgeball is not as dumb.
It's not as embarrassing
me,
either.
yeah.
It feels. This movie feels
Okay,
embarrassing as
hold
fuck
on.
for
So you
certain
know what?
parts.
They
Let's
like
be
the
real.
characters are dumb in Zoolander.
Right.
Like they
Well,
are
so
dumb.
I think the difference is the main character is dumb in Zoolander, where Ben Stiller's playing a dumb character, but he's not
He's
the main character.
But he's also not.
He's dumb as
It's
shit
not
in
the
that movie.
same type of dumb.
Fucking Chuck
It's
Norris.
not the same type of
Yeah,
dumb.
he's also the bad guy. So maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't. It is.
It changes.
Maybe I don't
yeah.
feel bad for the fucking
like,
bad
same-
guy.
You're not
Shit
embarrassed
happens.
for the
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
But like Anchorman is similar, where yes,
There's
they
parts
are
in
dumb.
Anchorman.
They
There's
are
parts.
like the main characters are.
When he read
Dumb.
when he had the "fuck you, San Diego,"
Fuck you, Sandy.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that was another part, but it wasn't that bad. That one
and
wasn't
she's
that
just
bad.
sitting next to him, like
This one's bad because it hits you with it and it just keeps going.
Just
like
goes.
it just fucking keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh come on, stop.
Remember when you
He's
could
suffered
type
enough. Steve, put the
million
fucking
words
phones
a
away.
minute? Sorry.
Put the fucking phones away.
Would we recommend Zoolander to your mothers?
no.
No.
I mean, she wouldn't enjoy it, so I wouldn't.
No. It's not even like it's because I dislike it to a certain extent. My mom probably just wouldn't. be a
I
big
just
fan.
don't think my mom would enjoy it.
Same with Anchorman. It's one of those things like my mom probably wouldn't be. It's
think
not.
she-
It doesn't feel like it's the sophisticated humor.
I
These
think-
aren't it.
No, I think
These
my mom would
aren't it,
enjoy
you know?
Anchorman more than Zoolander, but I know she wouldn't. It's not top of the.
I feel like there's a lot more like sophisticated
I have to
humor.
pick a
Like when we
movie.
review Spaceballs, right? Like
Yeah.
that feels like the humor's been a little bit more digested and thought out in a movie like that. It doesn't mean I don't find it any less funny though, because
Keep
I can
myself-
watch shit like it's and
Look,
laugh
don't-
twice
don't
as
tell me-
hard.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm picking it, but just look what's on my list because we're talking, which is
The
Anchorman, of course.
one-eyed
yeah,
purple
it happens
people
to be
eater.
on my
Jesus
list.
Christ.
I don't want to pick that, but it is funny that Anchorman happens to be on my list, and we're talking about it.
I love Anchorman. I even like the second one. A lot of people don't like the second one.
Why are you being a dick?
That's why. Derek's repetition of the line, "But why male models?" for the second time in the cemetery scene was an ad lib by the actor. Ben Stiller forgot his line and simply repeated the earlier line again, and David Duchovny ran with it and gave him a straight answer.
So fucking stupid.
But it's
That part's
hilarious.
So fucking, that part of the movie is so fucking stupid.
No, it's not. It's hilarious. He's a fucking hand model who has his hand in a hyperbaric chamber to keep it fucking perfect. It's hilarious.
Duchovny's the shit.
Yeah, and I wanted to get into
By the
this.
way.
Like, think about it. He's coming off X-Files at this point, and now he's being this like weird, like, hey, this could be.
Did you watch? Did you do Californication?
I watched it a little bit, but I never got into it.
It was
but he was
great.
great.
My parents watched.
He was just
it.
a fucking man ho the whole time, but it was actually a really good TV
Well,
show.
it's like I'm taking lessons.
I'm about to start, dude.
Owen Wilson wore a wig for the entire movie. This is for you, Wally. He was filming behind
That wasn't
enemy
a wig, was it?
lines
Oh,
at the same time and had to keep his hair short for the role. Oh. Hence also why he's in great shape in the movie.
I love that movie just because you would never think he would ever do
Yeah,
anything like that.
Owen Wilson is not that guy.
It's actually a great war movie.
It is a very good movie. And they
The
made
jet
what,
fight was full of shit, but everything else after was great.
I think they made 2 sequels to that.
They made it behind it with other actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Jeremy Renner did one, right?
Maybe.
Am I wrong with that?
No, you're thinking of Born.
Born.
Yeah.
Oh, Born.
Which people don't even
Ultimatum.
remember that movie was a thing.
Yeah, it was like the 4th one or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was the,
Not good.
well, it wasn't the same.
Hey, it wasn't
It's-
bad.
Well,
I
and
think me and you went and saw that.
It
together.
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I think it was because, you had watched, Jason Bourne
Yeah.
and all these other ones. So it was like, but I remember when that happened, like they would always ask Matt Damon,
Right.
like, oh, how do you feel? He was like, I'm in for it. Like, I can't wait. To,
Sure,
like,
he was an
watch it.
executive producer of that movie.
Yeah,
too,
I mean,
so-
he didn't.
Yeah,
he
I'm
wasn't
making more
mad.
money.
Like he was like, whatever.
That band's amazing. Matt
I do. I
Damon.
like Matt Damon.
Derek Zoolander's Blue Steel look evolved from Christine Taylor ribbing her husband, Ben Stiller, about the way he combs his hair in front of the mirror in real life.
Imagine having a whole movie based.
That's the best joke you could ever do.
I
Like,
know,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you
That
think
whole
you're so funny, huh? I'm going to make a fucking movie about it.
Do you know? I actually feel like, because I was about to say, wow, they've been together for a long time.
Hello.
They, I think, separated, and then I think I saw him in an like recently separated.
I didn't know that.
And then I saw in an interview on like Fallon or something, he said that they're back together because of COVID, like because they had to stay, like they
That would be funny. Like,
Like
I fucking hate you.
rekindled.
We're out. And
I
then-
think it was him. I really think it was him, but like, yeah.
Yeah, well, you never know in those being entertainment business and whatnot in Hollywood. You're always in the public eye. You never know, and then all of a sudden you're not in the public eye for 2 years. Public eye for 2 years, and you're together, and it's like, you know what? I think I like you still.
Well, and
You
I
also
will,
just
I
never
will
know,
say
man. You never know.
though, they're one of those couples that did a good job of like keeping their shit. You know what I mean? Like they,
Do you feel like Ben Stiller might be kind of fucking weird?
like in
Yeah.
real life,
Yeah, in real life.
Let's be real.
Like question, not like I don't know what kind of weird, but like just
off a little bit. Like not.
Anybody with that amount of success and money, surrounded by yes people, because you're going to be. There's no way you're not.
And,
Yeah.
with
You're
the kind, and
gonna-
with the kind of movies that he's making.
Right,
Yeah.
you're going to be weird.
He's jumped into some like the B-lister like serious movies too. So he's like
maybe he's
gotta
doing
be, he's got to be a little fucking goofy.
He's doing the Nicolas
What's that
Cage.
one?
Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Mitty? Mitty?
Is it Mitty? I feel like it is, but I don't.
I'm just playing with this T9 right here, and I fucking love it.
Get that shit out of your goddamn hands. And you fucking focus on this podcast.
This film has been banned in Malaysia because of the use of the fictional Malaysian prime minister as the subject of an assassination.
Yeah, like
It was originally also
the
banned
whitest
in
guy.
It was also banned in neighboring Singapore, but the ban has since been lifted.
I mean, I get it. Yes.
Kill the Malaysian prime minister. Ah.
It's not like it was the real one.
Fictional characters. Sorry. What was
That's how
that
I
from?
feel about it.
Jay and Silent Bob. That's what that was from. This is the first American movie in
Never
which
go ATM.
Alexander Skarsgård appeared. That's Clerks 2.
Oh fuck.
Is it?
It's terrible. I'm terrible with.
And then he was in True Blood.
And then some random other stuff. He was just in Vikings, or is it Viking? The Viking.
It's
Something.
Vikings, right?
Viking,
No, that's the
that
show,
he was
Vikings.
in, but there was
There's
also
a movie called The Viking. Or
He
just
was
Viking.
also in that movie. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it, but I know we
Sure it was
Carrick
him
and I
because there's
liked it.
17 Skarsgårds.
No, it was him.
Skarsgård.
What a cool.
I remember them being on an island or something, and there was someone who was like a double agent or whatever. But Carrick and I liked it. I just don't remember the name of it.
The non-graphic orgy sequence was originally longer, but shortened to obtain a PG-13 rating.
Did you watch The Boys, Steve?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you catch? Did you watch it? Did you watch it too? Tim?
Yeah, we watched it.
The newest
The
season.
giant dong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking great. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen on TV.
Uh-huh.
Like hands
No,
down.
you know what?
And I've seen some crazy shit.
The scene after that where MM gets splattered
Oh my god.
is the best because him and Huey are the only people who get like destroyed with like body parts or weird
It's so
weird liquids.
crazy. It's so
That
crazy,
that
man.
show is
It's the best.
it's a
show.
lot. It's a
amazing.
lot, and in the best way. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's
It
it's
is-
extra.
It's definitely the best show on TV right now.
Yeah, dude, Jensen Ackles.
That
Shit.
and Westworld to me. are
when
right
I
there.
saw he was going to be
I'm sure you were
added,
like,
I was
"Ugh."
like, you know,
and you know what? He did it great.
Oh, he did.
He did.
It was
He's
really
that
good.
man's man thing.
Yep.
I was like,
I started reading
my
the
dad.
comic book because I wanted to see like the differences.
Not
Yeah.
as good.
Oh, dude, it's fucking crazier.
It's crazier, but I don't think it's as good.
It's definitely not as good.
Well, it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, and it's
I mean, you
like
know. Mm-hmm.
with comic books, it's how you take it too, right? Because there's somewhat of a like a not imaginary thing, but you're imagining what they
But
sound
like the
and
show
how they
is,
speak
it's
and
there. They're giving you the
right, exactly.
content, the
But
characters, and
The comic
Homelander, his acting,
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
like fucking perfect.
I think
It's
he is
so good.
He's one of the best actors I've seen in that type of role.
It's perfect, literally perfect. He
we
makes
told you
me
that.
so uncomfortable every time he's there, and that's his job. It's so I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude, and he's great. And if you've ever seen him outside of wearing the costume, he's
Kind of like that.
He's skinnier than me almost.
You ever see his
fucking
interviews?
wild. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's like a crazy alcoholic.
he
has to
well
be.
he had some issues
Probably yeah.
recently. Like he got into like a really bad
Well, he's
bar
not,
fight or something.
yeah.
He like demolished a dude or something. I
to the
can't
point
remember.
where they had to stop filming,
yeah.
right? Or they had to
Well, they thought
stop
he
the
was gonna,
probably-
season or something.
Like,
Probably
he-
thought he was Homelander there for a second.
they were going. He was I think gonna have some
There's a huge issue. I can't
legal
remember what it was.
stuff. So, but I mean, now in interviews, he's like, "Look, I
fucked up.
fucked up. I was drunk. I was
I
just
tried to laser eye guy and it didn't happen.
didn't work." So,
It's just like,
Yeah,
can
he's
you
okay, dude.
imagine just like
Yeah, he's just, what are you staring at, dude? What are you doing? Shut up, it's gonna happen. What's gonna
Just
happen?
wait.
just hear him fart.
and he's like,
Concentrating. The club scene depicts Winona Ryder giving Derek Zoolander advice to lay low in order to rebuild his modeling career. This scene foreshadowed Ryder's real-life experience with a shipwrecked career. 3 months after the release of Zoolander, Ryder was arrested for shoplifting clothes. Later, she
Imagine.
self-imposed a 6-year career exile to rebuild her reputation as a serious actress.
Nice.
and now look at her.
Imagine if
Stranger
you will.
Things. Yep. So that's kind of a Robert Downey, but
Kind
not as
of.
bad.
It's funny. The main guy,
Definitely
not as
a
serious.
little different.
Not as serious.
the main
Not as
actor,
druggy, I guess.
Hopper. What's his real name? It's eluding me.
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
I hated that fucking movie.
Hey, look, there's another tie-in. Mila Jovovich is in that and in Zoolander. Anyways, he's come out and said
She's
that
so
he did
fucking
not
hot.
think that Stranger Things was going to be a hit at all. He thought it was going to be a one season and done, and that was it. And
That movie's that TV show.
He
so
looked
fucking
he
immersive.
looked good in that last season.
he
I would
dropped-
take him on a date.
He looked good. I mean, I know it was supposed to be because he wasn't eating and stuff like that.
He was emaciated.
But
You look good. You don't
but
look
he
healthy.
did. He said he got and
Looked like
he
he didn't
lost
eat for
weight and
6
got.
months.
But he also got in shape too.
He did that for Hellboy. So he went through
Yeah.
a whole
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
body transformation. Hellboy.
It's crazy that what actors do sometimes.
Well,
for
you know
parts.
what?
Like,
When you
it's-
get paid to do nothing but work out for 6 months, you'll be fine.
well, I mean
Yeah,
the
and take
opposite.
steroids
Like,
'cause they
what was
are
that
to
have
movie
a personal
Christian
trainer.
Bale lost all
The
that weight
Machinist.
for? Like, he was clearly unhealthy.
He's
like,
lost. He's went through so many like ups and
back
downs.
and that can't
The
be
Fighter too. He was real skinny
that
for that
can't be
fucking
healthy.
movie. No, it's not. It's
That's
terrible.
crazy.
Matter of fact, it does
for
shit to your brain too, right?
Yeah.
So these people are going nuts.
But they are already nuts.
Kind
so,
of, yeah. But I do like Christian Bale. Christian Bale's the shit.
Rain of
Are
Fire.
there any other?
I got
So
one
good.
more.
It's so
One
good.
more? Let's hear it.
According to an interview with Ben Stiller, this movie started out as a character sketch for the VH1 Fashion Awards. After several written scripts and over several years, the studio finally agreed to film it. The movie's release immediately followed the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, and has been cited as the reason for its failure at the box office. It didn't fail, it just performed below expectations and yielded a small profit.
So he got pretty much a get out of jail free card with this fucking movie
I mean,
as a director too.
Let's be real. If that didn't happen, this movie would have been Anchorman.
Probably.
And it kind of is though. Like this blew up on DVD. It's still talked about. Like we said, it made a sequel. There's no movie that's gonna make a sequel if it wasn't successful. You know.
I think it would have been more successful, but you comparing it to Anchorman, that's a generational. That's like a timeless thing at this point.
And
Fuck you, San Diego.
Anchorman's sequel
Exactly.
came a lot sooner.
Yeah, I'll agree with
After
that.
than,
It's definitely just as bad
Zoolanders.
as the second
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Yeah.
I barely remember the second
I don't-
Anchorman now.
There's
I
only
barely
one
remember the
scene for
second
me
Zoolander.
Oh, he goes blind.
for like 20
That's, all I
minutes,
that's what I remember.
and then adopts a baby
And he
shark.
adopts the baby shark. Yeah. Okay.
Seems too long, but that redeeming the fight at the end of that.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the best
Perfect.
part of the movie.
I love that they brought that back for
It's
the
perfect,
second
yeah.
one.
The Canadian.
Brent, where did you get a trident?
I think you have to lay low
Brent
for a week.
stabbed a guy.
Do you got any family or any relatives?
Maybe you should.
You're probably wanted for murder.
Oh no, it's perfect.
I love lamp.
Are you just looking around the room and saying, "I love lamp.
I love lamp.
I love lamp."
It's everything got it so extended in that. I remember so the second one with the Steve Carell and
Yeah.
what's her face?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning,
On paper, amazing. Like
probably,
them duo,
but then they got into
So
it, and I
far.
was like, oh,
Kristen Wiig, right?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That was.
Yep. So Zoolander.
Yeah.
We're at the end here. Final decisions. What would we give this out of 10? We're gonna go to Tara first because she wants to be first now. Wally's gonna steal her thunder.
Honestly, I feel bad, but like a 5.
Well, there's no
To
shame.
be
There's
honest,
no
it's
shame.
like right in the middle for me. Like I don't care either which way. Like I wouldn't go look to watch it.
Okay.
You know, so whatever.
Whatever.
I'm whatever about it.
Wally's like, I'm gonna hit you with knowledge. 3,
no. It's always good. I was gonna give it like a 5 or 6.
5, 5 or
Stealing my
6. I don't know what
answers.
that is.
It's just because it's uncomfortable to me doesn't make it a
5.5.
fucking bad movie. You know,
5.5.
If I didn't get weirded out by that thing, if I didn't have that weird tick or whatever the fuck it is,
then maybe,
the movie,
maybe it'd be okay.
yeah, I'd probably put it way higher
Touche. I'm gonna give this movie a 7, just because
with a
it's-
hard B.
With a hard B. 7.
Sam.
Again, I'm always looking at movies like this with rose tinted color glasses on because I enjoyed this movie growing up. I enjoy this movie still. It makes me giggle. Like every time I watch this movie. Today I was watching it. I was giggling.
Does Tiffany like it?
No.
I was about to say.
She still giggles at certain parts. I mean, we still say certain lines to
Well,
each
that's
other.
what I
like,
said too. Like when I was
Right.
watching it, there were some parts where like I snickered, but I was
Right.
never outright laughing.
That
Like-
hair part, I was crying.
Right. It's hilarious. Like there's
Yeah.
great things like the merman.
yeah. There's parts that are great. There's parts they're good. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't give it a fucking.
The you googly line,
Yeah.
like that took me forever to fucking understand. And then I finally was like, eulogy. You
yeah.
googly. You tell me I'm a bad you Googleizer. Like, come on, it's fucking hilarious.
You think I'm too dumb to know what a googly is?
Right, like it's genius writing, but then it's stupid.
And she's like, even though she's kind of
right,
like,
she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not an ambi turner. What? I can't turn left. And she's like, well, I'm sure there's other people.
maybe someone.
No, you're fucking stupid.
Well, it's not that bad.
Right,
She just
exactly.
goes through all these different.
Yeah, no, it's good. And then again, Mila Jovovich kills it in the role. I don't think I've seen something where she didn't give it 110%,
Yeah.
even if it's terrible, like Resident Evil or
She's
Hellboy
so fucking hot.
or whatever. She's still not bad in the role she does.
What was
So-
that movie she was in?
Fifth Element.
Oh,
See, I'm in
Thank
everybody's
you.
brain.
God damn.
Thank you.
I see the dots
With
being
the
connected.
orange hair. That white
Lulu
outfit.
Dallas.
That white outfit.
Stop.
It's not an
where
outfit.
it's just.
It's straps to keep her down on a
It's
table.
basically tape.
That's
It's just
the
like
whole back of that's getting tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Multipass.
It's already planned out.
Multipass.
planned out.
I like it. All right.
Us
Well,
and the
that's
blue lady
One, a
singing.
two, a three.
That blue lady singing.
Yep.
Which is amazing, but I know
She
a lot
does
of it's
that-
doctored, but it's still amazing.
She does most of that for real, and
Yeah.
that was they made it, and they didn't think she could sing it. And she
There's
got it,
Yeah, she
there's
did.
people that have come behind her to attempt that shit and
Can't
have
do it.
done really good jobs,
Yeah.
actually, like
Oh,
on
all right.
YouTube.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Corbin, my man. All right, next week it's Tara's pick.
Okay. Do you? So I have some. No, listen. I have
Sounds
some.
like
on,
me, dude.
I have some
have-
on my list.
Yeah.
That tie to this one, like you said. So
can-
do you
I
want
mean-
me to? Or do we want to start doing that?
I mean, I think it'll be a
Because
cool
I have
idea.
a couple that
Try to-
have
try to-
similar.
Make it easier to decide, I think.
Right,
but
try and tie a movie to a movie, so there's something that
Depends what are
has
they.
to be. Yeah, something has to be the same with it. Like either there's an actor in it, or there's a line
Premise.
said, or a movie, or a song that's said, or something like that.
Okay.
What is it? The suspense is killing me.
I'm gonna go with the other guys.
Oh,
Will Ferrell
all right.
tying it.
Let's tie in.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
I just.
Dude, that's
that fucking.
It
I
for
just don't.
me.
I don't want no scrubs. Just no scrubs.
You just gotta creep. You gotta creep.
So good.
You gotta-
Captain, you gotta know you're doing it.
This
I don't know what you're talking
one
about.
Listen to me.
was so good.
This
It
was
was
one
so
of
good.
this was one of my
Desktop.
like a big
Gotta watch
favorite
Monkey Punch.
comedy, especially at that time when it came
Let
out
me
for me.
fly.
I love this movie, but also it let me see that Marky Mark could be fucking
fun.
hilarious.
He did a great job. He did a great job.
Yeah.
That was one of his first comedies, wasn't it?
Nah.
Like big comedy, like big
straight-
laugh
sure.
comedy.
I'd
I'm not
say
sure,
a
to be honest.
straight all comedy,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but he's always been comedic, right?
But like,
So-
he was also in so many like serious things and stuff. So like this comes out and you're like,
He's got
wait a
a
second.
good group of. He has a good group of shit.
Yeah.
He has a good group of serious, and he has maybe a small good group of comedy.
Well, isn't it? It's him and Will Ferrell again in the Stepdad movies too, right?
Yeah.
this is so wild.
Oh my god,
Oh
with
my
the
God,
phones.
Steve,
still.
Sorry.
Close
And
the
then
fucking
he's
phones
got a
down.
movie coming out with Kevin Hart. Him and Kevin Hart are the main characters.
I fucking hate Kevin
He's got a
Hart.
movie coming out with him.
I don't mind him. But other
yells.
guys does it per everything. It's like perfect.
Yep.
Like every scene is perfectly distanced. It's funny. Him and his wife and telling the
Yeah,
story
Eva
of Gator
Mendes,
is
yeah.
fucking perfect. The
Gators, bitches better be wearing Jimmy's.
Thanks for the F
Better be wearing
Shack.
Jimmy hats. You got to get that.
Thanks
the
for the F-
bloopers for that
Yeah.
are
Dirty Mike and the boys.
dirty little stack and jack.
Pim's don't
Yeah, they call that
cry.
they call that a hobo soup kitchen.
Have you ever watched the credits and they have the entire they have a whole Pimps
Looks like
Don't Cry
Scarface
song.
sneezed on your.
Like they recorded that Pimps Don't Cry thing she's saying. They did a whole song and it's
Oh,
during,
did they?
it's during the credits.
That's
Oh, that's-
It plays during the credits. Pimps Don't Cry.
Did that car come with a tampon? Yeah. Fucking everyone in that movie's ace.
When he
it.
just takes the
Aces
CD
it.
and throws it out of the
They're at the funeral. They're beating each other's ass, and they're all like, "Hey,
quietly.
come on, yeah." It's so
I
good.
love that. I mean, we're gonna end up talking about the whole movie
Obviously, yeah,
before we
it's
even
so
get to
good.
it.
It's so
But so good.
Another
You're
person-
welcome.
You're
Everyone's
welcome.
welcome.
He's
There's
dancing.
also-
He's like, I didn't know you could even do that.
There's somebody who's in that movie. He's
Plie.
not in a lot of movies, but he was in like a bunch at that time. Steve Coogan, who is like the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Tropic Thunder, whatnot. I just miss him in movies. I don't know why, so I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, next week, The Other Guys.
It's a great choice.
It's also on Netflix, so we don't need to go anywhere crazy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't need to legally download something onto Plex.
you own
And
it.
I don't look. I know this movie so well, but I don't care. I'm gonna watch it
Oh, I'm
before because
locked in.
it's
I
so
watched
it's
it.
too good.
This is a movie I
It's
click
too
on
good.
often.
It's so
if it's
good.
there, like bedtime. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
Going
Yep.
to sleep, watching The Other Guys.
Yep.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes,
Aim
guys.
for the bushes. I like it. With that, thanks for listening. If you want to find us on social medias, at The Decision Reel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all
Make
those other places.
make sure to watch the next podcast because Steve's going to be raffling off all of his phones for select users.
My old phones.
He's got way more than people that watch this show.
And you get all the stuff on it
You
too.
could get
You
more
get all
than
the
one.
stuff on it.
And who knows what's on it? I have
You
no
get the
idea.
phone, but
Haven't
you
looked at it
don't-
in years.
You don't get the unlock code. That is the
You
full
gotta figure
game.
that out yourself.
You got to figure that out yourself. If you want the glory of all those
And you have
pictures,
to find
on
the
there.
charger and everything yourself. You got to find a way to charge it.
Who knows how to charge this thing? It's got some kind of a thing from 1988. I don't know.
I-
Rub a couple sticks.
I-
Plug it right into the wall.
Once we are done, I guarantee you he's taking both of those upstairs to go to Tiffany and be like, "Oh my god, look at the."
It could be. If not, he'll hide them
I'm
again
not
for the
going
next
to,
10
because
fucking
she's-
years.
But you were going to.
No.
Yes, you were.
Maybe this one because
No,
that was
no, no,
hers.
no. He's
I'm
not-
gonna text Tiffany
he's
tomorrow
not-
and be like, "Did
Don't do
Steve
that.
show you this?"
Don't do that.
That motherfucker.
We don't know what's on either of those devices right now. So let's fucking
Well, one of them is hers.
this
let's
is
Steve
hers.
clean.
That one's
Let's Steve
hers.
clean house
Clean.
first.
You think I don't take care of my business?
I know. Well, I don't
my
know what's
God.
on there. I don't. Like I said,
I
could be
guarantee you.
weenie
nothing-
pics.
I guarantee you, most of what's on this phone is a picture of Wally's face.
At least you said face.
right next to his dick lineup.
Glad you
His
said
dick
face.
montage lineup. It's just assorted
Dick,
superheroes.
dick, dick, Wally. Dick, 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 dick.
What a dangerous game to play. Let me plug
Big
it in and
veiny
just say, here,
triumph of
here you go,
bastards.
Wally. Just look through
Just
that.
go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Goddamn. Anyways, go ahead, Steve. You
I'm
can say
gonna,
bye.
Say bye.
I'm gonna look for a charger for this, and I want to know now. Like I'm honestly like curious
Report
myself.
back.
Steve's gonna fuck with me, and he's gonna turn it on, but he's gonna take current pictures. Then he's gonna get
With a
it to me.
newspaper
on
next
there.
to it.
Wait, what the fuck? What is it?
Or he'll
going
just
back in time.
send from a random number, just sending you.
This looks like a weathered dick.
Here's
How
my-
long has this thing been around for? Even
2
time
megapixel.
traveling penis.
It's a good one. With that, thanks guys for listening. Next week, the other guys, it's gonna be fun.
My fucking chest hurts.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.